Chicago Mission.
Doug. Here, pass mics back and forth. Yours isn't working right.
From Vancouver, British Columbia, the Vancouver Northwest Hawks. From Red Deer, Alberta, please welcome the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs. From Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, here are the Saskatoon Blazers. And from Calgary, Alberta, the Calgary Flames.
Let me try one with this. Now let's meet the teams from pool number 3. From Kelowna, British Columbia, the Okanagan Rockets. From Lloydminster, Alberta, the Lloydminster Bobcats. From Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, the Fort Saskatchewan BP Rangers. From Swift Current, Saskatchewan, the Swift Current Legionnaires. And from Okotoks, Alberta, the Okotoks Bullmark Oilers, the host team for pool number 3.
Do I say first 3 teams for pool 1?
Yeah.
Please welcome the first 3 teams from pool number 1. First up from Lethbridge, Alberta, the Lethbridge Hurricanes. From Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, please welcome the Prince Albert Mintos. And from Sherwood Park, Alberta, these are the Sherwood Park Kings.
Okay, I'm going to get these 3 teams here to take 2 big steps backwards, please. We need that blue line for the teams that are in the feature game. At this time, I'd like to introduce the visitors for the feature game this evening. All the way from Kazan, Russia, please welcome AK Bars Academy. Number 1, Mikhail Nikitin. Number 2, Nikita Melgin. Number 3, Isham Garrison. Number 4, Ilnar Karazov. Number 5, Artur Karazov. Number 6, Igor Mavrin. Number 7, Ivan Vasilyev. Number 8, Rayan Kuzgyov. Number 9, Rael Gasidov. Number 10, Nikita Afansov. Number 12, Ilnor Bulutov. Number 13, Maxim Proskurin. Number 14, Emil Fatagov. Number 14 also, number Ilya Baraskov. Number 15, Daniel Kirkhoff. Number 16, Ruslan Yematliv. Number 17, Einar Nakipov. Number 18, Robert Chernoff. Number 19, Riaz Galiev. Number 20, Maxim Arafiev. Number 21, Vladimir Batikin. And number 22, Oleg Zdantov. The head coach, Vlad Babanov. Assistant coach, Pavel Kornilov. And manager, Evgeny Rykov. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for AK Bars Academy.
And now, please welcome the host team of number 1 and the home team for tonight's feature game, the Calgary Buffaloes. Number 4, Aziz Weisblatt. Number 6, Sam Mastershak. Number 7, Hale Sonak. 8, Cade Turner. 10, Daniel Kernan. Number 11, Kellen Yartsesan. Number 12, Heath Armstrong. Number 13, Samuel Huck. Number 14, Court Kissinger. Number 16, Blake Setter. Number 17, Daniel Sisso. Number 18, Ryan Sullivan. Number 19, Stephen Rossier. Number 20, Trey Patterson. Number 21, Brendan Ross. Number 22, Justin Barker. Number 23, Logan McGowan. Number 24, Steele Wilson. Number 31, Jared Whale. And number 33, Sam Philpott. For the staff of the Calgary Buffaloes, please welcome our coach, Brent Harrison, assistant coach, Matt Payne, and assistant coach, Mike Presniak, assistant coach, Joel Hogue, and goalie coach, Johnny Webb, along with manager, Evan Osere, and trainer, Alex Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for our host team of number 1 and the home team for tonight's feature game, the Calgary Buffalo. And ladies and gentlemen, while you are applauding, please put together 25 times the noise. These are your 25 teams for the 42nd annual Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament.
Doug, you know what? In years gone by, you have done interviews with some of the players on the ice, and I'd like to get you to come over here. Let's talk to a couple of these guys. I'm sure this way isn't going to be such an issue, but we'll work out this way. So let's just give it a roll, see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you what, let me start with our captain from the Calgary Buffaloes, Heath Armstrong. Can you come and join me out here? Heath, you know the Buffaloes have a storied nature here at the Max, so tell me a little bit about what kind of preparation that you and the team have put in to get ready for the Max.
Well, for the past month, we've been getting ready by having high-tempo practices, working on our special teams, doing everything we need to prepare for this tournament.
Well, I'm glad to see that you guys are ready because, you know, not that I want to put any pressure on you. And, of course, you've won the tournament a few times in the past, but I want to ask what are you hoping for the team and for you beyond the championship for the Max?
Well, yes, obviously we want to make it to the championship and get the win, but we're also using this as a momentum swing to build up for the rest of the season.
That's a way to look at it. What about you yourself? I mean, I always think of the individuals who become the superstars. Maybe I'm talking to one right now. What's the future look like for you in hockey?
Well, obviously my dream would be to go and play in the NCAA, get an education while I play hockey, and from there, maybe even the NHL.
Well, I hope we get to see you there, but I guess the question that I got to ask you, because it is a bunch of, hockey guys hanging out at a tournament, like, what's fun about being at the Max for you?
Well, the fans bring a whole new energy. It's just so much louder. Just makes it that much fun.
Now, just a minute. Did I hear you say that the fans get louder and they make a lot of noise? I say, did you say that the fans get louder and they make a lot of noise at the Max? Okay, I'm just checking because I agree with you. That's a whole lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we give it up here for the captain of the Calgary Buffaloes, Mr. Heath Armstrong. Heath, you can go back over there because it's going to get a little crowded over here right now because you see, I got to get somebody to help me out because we want to have a chance to be able to talk with Ivan Vasiliev. But I'm not going to do a very good job of asking him the questions where he's going to be able to understand them. So right here we've got the manager for AK Bars Academy to do the interpretation, and that's Evgeny Rykov. So I'm going to help that you'll be able to help me out here, all right? So the first question I got to ask you, Ivan, is you've traveled all halfway around the world to be here at the Max. So what's it like to get ready to travel halfway around the world to be here at the most prestigious minor hockey tournament in the world?
Ты пропутешествовал полмира для того, чтобы приехать сюда. Как ты чувствуешь, как себя чувствуешь по поводу этого?
Чувствую себя очень отлично. Вижу, что очень много болельщиков. Очень большая поддержка. Очень классно находиться в этом месте.
I feel myself very well. I see all these fans and all these support, so I really appreciate that. It's really awesome.
Well, I'm glad he came all the way around to hear the loudest fans in the world for hockey. So, you know, one of the things that happens is we end up with a camaraderie in a community, you know, when you come all the way around the world. But talk about the differences. What would you say are some of the big differences between, say, your hometown and being here in Canada, in Calgary?
То есть, как бы вот сообщество, все. Какая самая, вот какие наибольшая разница ты видишь между, допустим, твоим городом и быть здесь в Калгари, в Канаде? Вот что тебе в глаза бросается, что самое такое?
В первую очередь бросается в глаза то, что здесь очень популярный этот вид спорта хоккей. И приходит очень много болельщиков. И, конечно же, уровень хоккея здесь намного повыше.
Well, first of all, I see that people love hockey here, and all these fans, they come here, they support us.
Well, there are some differences, but of course here is a launching pad to the future, right? And the same kind of question I asked Heath, what's the future look like for hockey for you, Ivan? What do you hope that the future holds for you in the world of hockey?
Ты представляешь себе будущее в хоккее для себя лично?
Надеюсь, что с Богом все будет хорошо. Как можно лучше. Хочу как можно выше шагнуть. Моя цель НХЛ.
I hope to reach the highest level, and I hope God will help me.
Well, you know, you're just about there right now, man. I mean, we're here at the Max. You're just about at that level of elite. How about we show them here how it feels to be at the Max? Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. You know, when you see these two individuals come out here and talk about it, you'll get that sense of really what it is that camaraderie that I spoke about, or this notion that it's like a sharing of community. And indeed, that is really the theme around the Max today, is about this idea of bringing communities together. There's one thing about the Max that has always been true. We unite folks not only in the city of Calgary, but really across the world in the entire hockey community. As a matter of fact, we've been known to unite the world at times like no other event. When selecting a theme for the Max, we always try to look deep into what we call the Max experience and what it means to our host association, the fans, the volunteers, the players, the coaches, the medical teams, the organizers, the supporters, the sponsors, and perhaps most important is perhaps the parents. This year we looked at how the Max impacts the communities that provide the training ground for all of the players and the folks I just mentioned who are participating at this year's event. And when we talk about the tournament theme this year of bringing communities together, we aren't just talking about the communities here at home or in Calgary, or even the numerous Western Canadian communities that were represented here at the Max. This year, what we mean is all communities from all around the world, including this year teams from the United States and from Russia here at the Max. Each team participating can have as many as 30 different communities represented. But here at the Max, they come together and they work for one single goal, to be the next Max champions. Communities are the foundation of society and are the same for minor sports. They are where it all begins. And for each of those communities, they contain strong people and passion, dedication, kindness, and teamwork. And these are just a few of the values that you will find front and center right here each and every year, embodied in our tournament theme, bringing communities together at the Max. Could I have a round of applause for all of the communities worldwide that make hockey the greatest sport in the world? You know, for 41 years now, Chris, major midget hockey players and their families have converged here in Calgary with one thought in mind: to be the next team to put their name on one of the most cherished trophies in all of minor hockey, and I'm talking about it sitting right there, the Max Cup. It was brought to the ice this evening by Mr. Joe Muhammad and his son Adam, who are doing double duty tonight when he participates in the Pee Wee shootout between the first and second period, and assisting Joe and Adam with the trophies for Special Olympics are Miss Erin Gregory and Andrew Turnbull.
Step aside, Larry.
We'll bring them out here to the red carpet as Chris, we've got to bring the flag bearers here for our tournament now.
Yes, we do, Doug. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our flag bearers for the tournament. First, let's bring out the British Columbia flag. And the wheat fields of Alberta, of Saskatchewan. The Alberta flag. The Stars and Stripes of the United States of America. The Russian flag. The white, blue, and red. And the maple leaf of Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to invite Larry Herbison, Chairman of the Max, for a few words for some of our very important people.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this year's Max. I'd just like to take a minute to acknowledge all of the many sponsors and volunteers that make this tournament possible. They will sometimes get overlooked, and without them, it's impossible for us to make everything happen. These people have had dedication, sponsorship, has been unbelievable. So please join me in a well-deserved round of applause for all the people that make this tournament possible for the last 42 years.
Thank you very much, Larry. And now, if we could ask to come to center ice for the opening face-off, Mr. Dave Greason of Circle K Convenience Stores, and Mr. Larry Herbison, Chairman of the Max Tournament. And could we have the two team captains to join these very skillfully balanced superstars at center ice, please?
This microphone is Ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while something jumps out and surprises you in a very good way. This happened to me this week when I was in Okotoks to watch AK Bars play the Okotoks Beaumark Oilers in an exhibition game. I was pleasantly surprised when one of the mothers from the Oilers sang the Russian national anthem. At this time, I'd like you to rise, remove your headgear, and if you're so prone to do so, sing along with Yana Chichikudova with the Russian national anthem.
Россия, любимая наша страна, могучая воля, великая слава, Твое достояние на все времена. Славься, Отечество наше свободное, братских народов союз вековой, предками данная мудрость народная. Славься, страна, мы гордимся
Ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that beautiful? All right. This young lady has been doing this since she was 12 years old here at the Max. She's a recording artist from Nashville, Tennessee. She's back in Calgary, and she's hoping to make another album this year. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're blessed. It's Kaylee Jo Kirk to sing "O Canada."
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Oh, let me hear a round of applause for Yana and Kaylee Jo for taking their time out of their schedules to help us here with the Max experience. Well, I'm looking here now, and it looks like we've got all the boxes checked, except for me to ask you just one more question. Are there any hockey fans in the house? Then the Max tournament is officially open and underway.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll let the two teams in the game tonight go off. Go ahead, Buffaloes, you can go off. We'll do a flood once the ice is clear, and then it'll be time to play some hockey.
To quote Andy Williams, it is the most wonderful time of the year, and it is the most wonderful time if you're a hockey fan, the most wonderful time of the year, the number of tournaments as we welcome you inside the Max Bill Arena for the 42nd annual Max Midget Hockey Tournament. I'm Chris Colwell, joined alongside me is Dave Standish and Dave Lauer. about 15 minutes away from the start of our feature game here this evening on day number 1 of the Max Midget Tournament.
Yes, hi, Chris, thank you very much, and hi, everybody. It's been a long 11 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days since we got to do this again here at the Max Midget Hockey Tournament here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Dave Stanish and Chris Caldwell along for the ride with you one more time from Max Bell Arena. We've had our opening ceremony. We've introduced all 25 teams. And Chris, they don't want to make it easy on us this week. We've got the Russians, Akbar's Academy, 3 times this week. We'll see you at Bauer on the Bauer Channel tomorrow. But, wow, they look like a strong team. And that little stick flick and what the captain did at the opening ceremony, they're going to play some game tonight.
Oh, they definitely are. There was definitely some gamesmanship involved between the two teams on that opening face-off for the ceremonial puck drop. Is you gotta kind of like that little gamesmanship, Dave, that you saw off the opening face-off. And you know what this is? Yeah, as you said, we're gonna follow the Akbar Russians Hockey Academy around pretty much all week. We're going to have 3 of the 4 games of the round robin. The only game we won't have is that one at New Year's on December 30th. I was going to say New Year's Eve. That's playoff time. December 30th when they are playing at the Flames Community Rinks is don't have a TV crew for that one. But other than that, we will follow the Akbar's Academy Russian team around this week.
Well, sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Expect tonight to be some errors as we learn these names.
Yes.
We were given the rosters 2 days ago, and trying to figure out these names is going to be difficult. We're going to do our best.
Well, and hello to everybody in Russia who can speak English. Welcome to you tonight. We'll let you know that Ilya Barsakov is not playing. We'll see if and when he comes onto the ice later in the tournament. Chris, before we focus on the 2 teams, let's talk about the 25, the 42nd annual tournament. And right now, to me, the Saskatoon Blazers are leading the jersey contest. Well, you've been with us for 10 years like you and I have been. We always have a jersey contest, and the Saskatoon Blazers are in the lead.
Yeah, you give it to the Blazers right now. But as I recall, the Saskatoon Contacts, yes, they were wearing their white jerseys. They came out for the opening ceremonies. But their dark jerseys, they are something else. The Saskatoon Contacts, looking forward to seeing their dark jerseys a little bit later on this week. Actually, I think the phone game that you and I do is Saskatoon. They are the visiting team, so we'll get to see those dark jerseys.
Well, and that critical betting line in Vegas will move all week long. But the 42nd annual tournament, Chris, 1978. Since 1978, it's all on all the logos. So we are gonna flood between now and the start of the game, and we're gonna take a bit of a break. Just wanted to introduce ourselves to everybody in Canada and Russia and around the world watching this Max tournament. Back in a minute for more action here at Max Bell Arena. All right, everybody, welcome back. And Chris, 42nd annual event, 25 teams, 5 different pools of 5. For those of you who are with us for the very first time, we'll explain how this works. 5 teams, 5 groups of 5. They play a round robin, so there's going to be 50 games, 26, 27, 28, 29th, and 30th. Of course, the 31st, the top 8 teams, the 5 divisional winners, and the 3 best wild cards qualify for the quarterfinals. And these teams will play quarterfinals and semifinals on the same day, either 9 and 3 or noon and 6 on New Year's Eve, December the 31st. And then, of course, the big championship game that you and I will have the pleasure of doing at the Scotiabank Saddledome at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time on January 1 here, all on the Max Tournament website, presented by Sports Canada TV. And Chris, once again, 5 pools of 5. Everybody plays everybody. Everybody gets a break. So the Buffaloes will have their break tomorrow, so don't be surprised if they pull out a couple of extra efforts here tonight because they can rest tomorrow. Some teams have today off and will play 4 in a row. Some teams will play 4 in a row and then have a day off. How tough is that? I mean, we've seen teams not really be overly affected, but once we get into, let's say, the afternoon of the 30th, the morning of the 31st, and even the afternoon of the 31st, you're playing 3 games in 30 hours. And, I mean, we're a long way away from that, but these kids' gas tanks are going to be well tested during this week.
That they are, Dave. And you know what? We talked about 25 teams in this year's tournament, as is every year. Let's go through. We've seen 5 teams that will have today off, 2 teams in our feature game coming up in about 10 minutes' time. But we've had 18 other teams already in action, 9 finals. Let's kind of roll through them a little bit. We'll start off. How about the most entertaining games probably so far of the day were 2 of the 3 morning games that happened at 10 o'clock this morning at Max Bell here at the Ken Bracco Arena. The Calgary North Stars Grand Peace Storm. North Stars pretty much led start to finish. However, Grand Peace made a comeback in the 3rd period. It was a late 3rd period goal, just under 30 seconds to go in the hockey game, and the North Stars pick up the 4-3 win over the Grand Peace Storm. That was the entertaining start to the day. Also saw our first goaltender get an assist in that game. But then also, David, didn't take us long to get our first tie at the tournament as well.
No, the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs and the Beardies Blackhawks, always the fan favorite here in Calgary from Duck Lake, Saskatchewan. And we'll have Beardies against the North Stars tomorrow night, which should be a great game. We're expecting a huge crowd, as we already have one here this evening at Max Bell. The Vancouver Northeast Chiefs 6, the Beardies Blackhawks 6. And how often do you see both teams in a single game have a hat trick man? But we did it today. Caden Johnson for Vancouver, 3 goals. Daniel Juka popped in 2 as well. And for Beardies, Robert Pizzy, Pizzey, 3 goals for the Beardies Blackhawks, and a late goal to tie it with the goaltender pulled for the 6-6 draw, because wins are more important than ties, but ties are much more important than losses, and that could be the 5th point or the 6th point or the 7th point that could get Beardies into the qualification for the final 8.
On both those teams, huge single point there. I know the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs not going to be too happy about that, but that game, Dave, was back and forth. If you go on to the Max Midget Tournament website,
or check the archive, because if you're watching today, you have the game day package. You can watch that archive.
Forgot to say spoiler alert before we went to our out-of-town scoreboard. Yes, spoiler alert, everybody.
Yeah, mute your mics for the next 8 minutes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that one's 6-6, but that game was back and forth. Beardies got off to an early start, and that one got up 2-0. Vancouver came back at a 4-2 lead. Beardies came
Remind
back.
You of anything? Canada and the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there
as well. But that was, and then the final game in the morning happened at the Flames Community Rinks. This one dominated right from the get-go by the Caribou Cougars. Now, that game was actually closed for 20 minutes, but the Caribou took off in the 2nd period. Went on to a 7-2 win. Harrington for Caribou, 3 goals, 2 assists. Jumps out as the early leader in the tournament scoring.
Yeah, trying to win the Matthew Phillips Award. Caribou Cougars, they were the BC Midget League champions, and the Bisons, one of the host teams here at the tournament, struggling a bit in the Alberta Midget League this year, 7-2 in the 10 a.m. game at the Flames Community Rink. Speaking of host teams, the Okotoks Oilers were here at Max Bell at 12:45. Lost to a very strong Okanagan Rockets club, 6-2. Mr. Funk with 2 goals, Samard and Bud each with a singles for Okotoks. And that's kind of a disappointing result based on what we saw on Monday in Okotoks against the Russians, because if you are unaware, the Russians basically had a 2-1 win after 60 minutes. They played a 3-on-3 overtime. Okotoks scored in the overtime to tie it 2-2, so they actually had something to play for in a shootout, and Okotoks won the shootout. So basically, you had a win, a tie, and a loss all in the same game.
Depending on who you were, depends on
or a
what
loss,
you're
a tie,
saying,
and a win, depending on who you were with. Yeah, so that's a disappointing result for the Oilers, but we'll see if they can bounce back.
But it also does say, Dave, that this may not be the runaway tournament for the Akbars Russian Hockey Academy, as the Okotoks Oilers definitely they held their own against Akbars, fell 6-2 to the Okanagan Rockets. So
they got outshot 40-15, but they held their own. Their goalie was brilliant that night on Monday.
Again, makes it we'll keep an eye on that as the tournament goes along. Another 12:45 game. This one happened at the Father Dave Bauer Arena. Another. Can we call it international? I don't think we can call it international team, but we could call it a continent team. The Chicago Mission, a 4-1 win over the Vancouver Northwest Hawks. So a tough start for the two Vancouver teams, a loss and a tie. And that Chicago Mission team, Dave, I'm looking forward to seeing them a little bit later on this week, as they look like they have a very strong team as well.
Well, if you've been with us for a long time in the Max tournament, and I know a lot of fans that have been coming 10, 15, 20 years, the American teams were always the big draw. The Chicago Mission, the New York Islanders, the San Jose Junior Sharks, Detroit Honey Baked. I'll let you have them. Detroit Honey Baked, Detroit Little Caesars, all those AAA midget teams that compete for the national midget championships at the USA Nationals, late March, early April. They were always here, but they kind of clarified the rules. I know we've been talking about it for 10 years. The U.S. and Canada, Tom Rennie and his equivalent from the U.S. have to get in a room and say, let's match our age groups so that we can have these kinds of events. But gee, who else has also been here in the past, Chris?
Shattuck St. Mary's, always a fan favorite. And you know what, Dave? It looks like, because we've seen teams like the New York Junior Islanders, the San Jose Junior Sharks in years past, bringing just 12, 14, 15 players.
Carolina's been here. Colorado's sent teams. So yeah.
I looked at the Chicago Mission roster. They brought 22 players with them this week.
Russia brought 22 with them this week.
Russia's also brought 22. So both teams have extra players, extra bodies to use. That'll be key.
And that could be
later on in the week.
That could be extremely important. The Russians will have at least 3 healthy scratches. I'm not sure about the Buffaloes. We'll have to double check that. But that could be important here with 4 minutes to go in our countdown.
And let's cap off the 12:45 games at the Flames Community Rinks. AMHAL battle as the Sherwood Park Kings and Lethbridge Hurricanes took on each other. That one didn't get as much information on that one, other than the fact that Lethbridge had a 3-1 lead after 2 periods of play, went on to a 4-1 win over Sherwood Park. So Lethbridge sitting in the middle of the pack in the South Division coming into Christmas break, flexing their offensive muscles a little bit against Sherwood Park, and maybe got a little bit of a statement game if the two teams meet up somewhere down the line in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And teams from North and South Alberta play each other twice, once at home, once on the road every season. So they had some familiarity, but not a whole lot. But yeah, Lethbridge has had a good start to the year, and Sherwood Park's been coming to this tournament for years and years and years. Fort Saskatchewan over Swift Current. I got to film this game at 3:30 today. Swift Current had 10 of the first 12 shots and the first goal, and Fort Saskatchewan flipped a switch and was able to turn it around. They got about 20 of the next 25 shots.
Now, of course, Dave, as you said, you were here, so there was a key part in that game with Fort Saskatchewan up 2-1 on Swift Current late in the third.
Fort Sask ended up 2-1 with an empty net goal, but Swift Current's down to our broadcast right. Gentleman was standing there, I believe on the power play, right outside the blue paint, had his foot at just the right angle as the players are going to get ready to warm up here. And it deflected off of his foot, I didn't think it was a bad goal. I didn't think it was a kicking motion. I don't think his foot really moved. And the referee immediately waved it off, no discussion with the linesman. And it got back to the announcers who said it was a kicking motion, no goal, and the crowd booed. Because I think only one person in the building thought there was a kick, although he had the best point of view at the same time.
And he's also wearing the bright orange band.
Also, yes.
Yeah, he's got the full authority. So.
Yeah, so, but yeah, no discussion with linesmen or anybody else. They didn't go to the command center in Toronto, so, although I can see that happening in the next few years. But yeah, that really was sort of Swift Current's last gas, and then Fort Saska got the empty netter to win it 3-1. In game number 7 earlier today. And then game 8, a little bit more uncompetitive. Saskatoon Blazers beating a very good Calgary Flames team. They're sort of middle in the pack in the Alberta South Division right now, but Blazers come out with a big win.
Yeah, Saskatoon pretty much dominated that game start to finish on the Calgary Flames. So, the Flames are going to look to bounce back on that one. And then we wrap up the last of the games that have gone final here at the Max Midget Tournament on this December the 26th. Another Calgary team, the Calgary Royals, they're at the Flames Community Rinks taking on the Moose Jaw Warriors. And that Moose Jaw team, I've been watching, pay attention to them in the standings. They are building up to something right now, and they are trying to use this tournament as a jumping off point for themselves. Big first game win, 4-2 this afternoon over the Calgary Royals.
And we'll talk about it throughout the night and throughout the tournament about how teams can use positivity or even negativity at the Max tournament to propel them to a great second half of the year. And obviously the Saskatchewan winner plays the Manitoba winner for the right to represent the Central Conference in the TELUS Cup. I was going to say Air Canada Cup, but that was a long time ago. And we'll see what the Warriors have to play with. So the 5 teams that had the break today and have to play every day until the end of the tournament: the St. Albert Raiders, the defending Northern Alberta champions; Lloydminster Bobcats; Prince Albert Mintos, another team that's been coming here for forever and ever; the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs; and the Saskatoon Contacts.
Let's take a look at some international games that are also going on in this, what you could say, the most wonderful time of the year as we have the World Juniors going on, Max Midget Tournament going on, Spangler Cup going on, as well the World Under-18 for the Canadian women. Let's go to the World Juniors first, get that thing started. Switzerland, Kazakhstan. Switzerland got off to a 1-0 lead early on. Kazakhstan pushed back and had that game tied at 3 through 40 minutes of play, but Switzerland, 2 third-period goals, come away with a 5-3 win to open up the World Juniors. That was at 7 o'clock this morning. Calgary time, 7 o'clock, Calgary time. Host Czech Republic. A lot of people calling this one an upset. I don't. Host Czech Republic in front of a sold-out building. 4-3 winners over the Russians. A game that was back and forth. Russia out a 1-0 lead. Back came the Czech Republic, tied it up at 1, then got ahead 2-1. Russia came back, got tied up, went out 3-2. And the Czech Republic with 2 late goals pick up a 4-3 win. Pool A action on the 11 o'clock in the morning games. Sweden and Finland. Sweden dominated the shot clock in the first period, but found themselves down 1-0 to the Finns. Got a goal that, well, I don't know how long it's going to be legal for. Another lacrosse-style goal, and Sweden opened up the scoring and tied the game up at 1 in the second period. Finland, though, got that goal back, and it was 2-1 Finns after 40 minutes of play, I should say. Sweden tied it in the third. In overtime, Sweden would pick up the win. That means, Dave, that Sweden keeps their absolutely impeccable and unbelievable round-robin record intact as the Swedes haven't lost in a round-robin game. I think it is going on 34 games now for Sweden. It was the last time they lost a round-robin game. Yes, they've had some overtime wins in there, but it's still, that is an impressive streak that the Swedes have going on.
Well, especially in that 3-2-1 system that they use now, and they have been for 15 years. Yeah, to take no less than 2 points from every game. USA, Canada, Russia, Czechs, Finland. It's incredible. Obviously, that tells you that there's a system that they use, that they execute with every new roster every year. And yeah, Sweden doesn't have all the luck when we get to playoff time, but extremely impressive. otherwise. And, of course, the big game, Canada 6, USA 4, flipped it on after 20 minutes, USA 2-0, and first thing I thought was, well, they said it was Canada's youngest ever roster, but they found a quick goal early in the second period, got 3 on the power play. USA got 4, 3 as well. And
both teams 3 goals on the power play, so power plays were clicking for both those teams this morning.
Yeah, and 10 beautiful goals. If you haven't seen the highlights yet, check out your local TV network because there are 10 exquisite goals. And there are a lot of fans in the stands in the Czech Republic, and I imagine a lot of people were watching on TSN as part of their Boxing Day celebrations.
Usually do happen. No games in the WHL or the NHL. Both will return to action.
That's true.
Tomorrow we'll have those scores out of town as well as the week goes along. Let's now continue rolling international with a little bit lesser known tournament, but still somewhat has been important, especially to some former NHL players, the Spangler Cup.
Yes.
Team Canada, big start there to their tournament, a 4-1 win this morning.
Scotty Upshaw is on that roster.
I think he had a goal today, didn't he?
I'm not sure. But, former Philadelphia Flyer, and Chris Versteeg, former Leaf and former Calgary Flame on that team as well. 4-1 over HC Osalari Trinek.
And our Russian fans will know which team that is.
Yes, I expect so. But they'll be back in action later on, and our friend Dustin Nielsen is doing the broadcast for TSN, so good for Dustin. Local Alberta boy, so good for him doing some CFL games and getting to go to Davos, Switzerland for Christmas. And of course,
the worst places to go.
Davos, Switzerland?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And the U18 Women's World Championships, as always, is another Boxing Week tournaments around the world. Canada defeats Russia 3-2 in overtime. So Canada takes 2 points, the Russians take 1 point, and the USA won their game as well earlier today. So Russia's women's program is certainly coming along slowly but surely, but they're taking steps forward. They're not taking steps backwards.
And you gotta love that, especially on an international level. Is for years the Olympics, and I mean the IOC has said to women's hockey is, look, we know Canada, USA are good, but the rest of the world has got to find a way to catch up, or the IOC has threatened to eliminate women's hockey from the Olympic program, and that would be devastating for the women's hockey players in Canada. Women's hockey in Canada is, unfortunately, Dave, in the last 24 months, let's forget 12, let's go last 24 months, as this tournament, this MAX tournament, and we're going to correspond it with that. This MAX tournament, up until 2 years ago, there was a female division as well.
Yeah.
And, Dave, you and I had the pleasure of calling a couple of female finals. It's been it's been disappointing that women's hockey has kind of suffered the last 2 years, whereas it seemed to be growing in popularity, especially after those Salt Lake games.
Yeah, Team Canada themselves have struggled. They didn't play that great against the U.S. in those 2 games last week, and they did not make the final. They lose in the semifinal of the World Championships. Obviously, Halifax, Nova Scotia will be hosting the Worlds here in late March, early April, so hope some good things for them. But the ladies are struggling right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but obviously they've got a lot to work on between now and 2022 when we head to Beijing. So.
And of course, Dave, probably the big disappointment was 2 years ago learning that the Max Midget was no longer going to have a female hockey division. Another disappointment happened about 20 months later when Calgary Inferno win the NWHL, and then 48 hours later learn that the league no longer exists. And,
I worked for the Inferno for 7 seasons, and it's a big missing piece of my calendar this year. I mean, we would have had a few games at the Winsport Arena, home of the '88 Olympics, and it's really disappointing. But a lot of people said, Gary, come in and buy the league, and he said, and do it yourself, WNBA style. And he said, not until every league is dead, and this NWHL that's in Boston and Connecticut and seems to be rolling along. They expanded to Minnesota. The latest rumor is that they're going to go to Toronto, although that was the rumor last summer as well. And we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it's they need a place to play. I mean, they need a place to get better and to develop for 2022. And it's amazing hockey to watch. I probably broadcasted more women's games than I have men's, just by the luck of the draw, but Inferno games are excellent, and the club team aspect is very strong on the women's side. But yeah, once you get out of the NCAA, like I feel bad for the NCAA and CIS graduates from this past April. Like, where do you play? Like, I mean, you know that your league might, or a league might be around in a year or two, but do you just play like rec and to try to keep your skills up? Yeah, like the national team players have what they have, and there's the U23 development program. But at a certain age level, like you either take your degree and say goodbye to hockey. I mean, we had 2 female players resign earlier last week and then decide they were going into coaching, and they were pretty relatively young players. So Canada's going to have a young roster and at the World Championships in Halifax next spring, and the World Women's should be very interesting. But let's turn the focus specifically to this game, as we've given you the overall idea of the event, and obviously we'll give you the stats and the numbers throughout the entire week as to how this event progresses. And of course, the most wonderful time of the year, as you said in the opening, December 30th. I'm going to talk to the UN next week. We're going to officially name it Calculator Day. We've been calling it Calculator Day for so long, December 30th, because that's when everything gets decided. Who makes the playoffs? Who are the wild cards? Who plays who in the first round, the quarterfinals on New Year's Eve, and where every goal can make a difference. So if in any of these games that you see this week, folks, if you see, if it's like 7-2 or 8-1 or whatever you see, the reason that they're running up the score is for the possible tiebreakers within the pool standings, and goals for and goals against make all the difference.
Now let's talk about, I guess I wanted to roll into that with Calculator Day. The first time I ever came to the Max Midget Tournament, I was here for Calculator Day, and I watched 2 teams play 6-on-6. Both teams pulled the goaltender. One team, they weren't going to the playoffs and they knew it. They were just trying to get a win. The other team needed to win by at least 2 to get a wild card spot. So both teams pulled the goaltenders, ended up 6-on-6, ended up with a 4-4 tie, both teams scoring an empty net goal. That was my first experience of the Max Midget Tournament, and I remember just sitting there going, why is a team that is up 3-2 pulling their goaltender? And then got explained by one of the parents about the very complex mathematical system that the 2 teams needed, that the one team needed in order to advance to the playoffs. Actually, it was not a 4-4 tie, it was a 4-3 win. But like I said, both teams scored empty net goals.
Yeah, and we'll certainly talk about that, and obviously that will be our main focus on December 30th. We initially didn't have any broadcast for that day, and then I said to our boss, Chris Turnbull, the vice chair, I said, we need a couple of games on the 30th. He said, well, why is that? Well, we need to help the fans be able to track the final standings and be able to follow everything with the math, because you and I, the crazier it gets, the more we enjoy it. So we're looking forward to Calculator Day, but we're looking forward to this one right now, as the referee's going to get into the center circle. Starting goaltenders, number 20, Maxim Arifiev, and for the Calgary Buffaloes, number 31, Jared Whale. Chris, it's been too long, brother. We're ready for another Max. Take it away.
Opening face-off for the Calgary Buffaloes is going to be Brendan Ross. He'll be up against Daniel Korkov, and Korkov losing that opening face-off as the Buffaloes gain control of the puck off the draw, and they'll dump it down inside of Akbar Russian territory. Centering pass goes to the side of the goal, knocked away though by the goaltender. Arifiev into the right corner boards, chipped up the wall. And a chance to turn out is turning with the puck. It is Korkov, and Korkov will work it ahead out to center ice. On the right side is Galiev, he'll dump it down inside of Calgary territory along the left wing boards. First there to it is Faktiov, and Faktiov will work it down low left wing boards with the Buffaloes take over, and they'll play it out to center ice. Back after it. Back Bars Academy with control of their own blue line. Quick outlet pass ahead. Broken up in the neutral zone by the Buffaloes. And they fumble the puck at their own blue line, trying to get it ahead. That was Cade Turner. He's forced to just chip it out to center ice as his teammates back up to help him out. Back Bars Academy through the middle. Broken up though again. Is back in come the Calgary Buffaloes right side. A little drop pass in front on the right wing boards. Just out of the reach though of the intended receiver, Brendan Ross. Ross beats it around to the left wing boards. Chipped down low and behind the goal where it's picked up there by Kirchhoff. And Kirchhoff tied up as he sends it around the left side. Out to center ice comes Akbar's Academy. Dump it down inside of Calgary territory. And the Buffaloes back after it. Patterson in behind his own goal. Drops the puck off there on the left side. Out to center ice. Come the Calgary Buffaloes with some speed ahead as McCowan in across the line. Dumps it in behind the net. Comes around on the far side. A couple of bodies come together there in the left corner boards as Akbar's Academy trying to get it out. Calgary Buffaloes very aggressive on the forecheck. Akbar's Academy able to chip it to the line. They can't get it out. Held in by the Buffaloes again, but again turned over. Akbar's Academy doing a good job collapsing in front of their own goal. Take control of the puck out to center ice. On the left side, Gaziev dumps the puck in behind the Calgary goal. Picked up there by Sam Mosterchuk, and Mosterchuk works it around on the far side, trying to get it out, unable to do so. He then comes dangerously in front of the goal. Picked up though by Patterson. He'll steer it ahead. The Calgary Buffaloes out to center ice, 2-on-2. Backhanded it in by Huck as he'll go after it on the right wing boards. Huck going to be first to it as he bumps in with the defenseman Malgin. Malgin though gains control back and sends it ahead. Akbar's Academy trying to get outside their own zone. Malgin again forced into the right corner board. He is pushed to the ice there by Oasis Weisblatt. Too many Weisblatts, and a penalty coming up against the Akbar's Academy, an roughing penalty and an interference penalty, so it'll be offsetting minor penalties. 2:19 into this opening period.
Well, we've seen a lot of physicality. Both number 11 for the Buffaloes, Kellen Harderson, and number 4, Ilnar Kafazov. Of course, no reason for Kafazov not to be throwing the body. He's 6'6" and isn't even 16 yet. He'll turn 16 in February. 6'6" and he's 16 years old. Man, oh man.
Stays 5-on-5 in the face-off deep inside of Akbar's territory.
We'll get the official word on the power play on the penalties in just a moment. That only the second face-off of the contest.
Controlled again by the Calgary Buffaloes as Akbar's Academy trying to force the puck out. They do, but it's right back in. Long lead pass is broken up. Now the other way is the Calgary Buffaloes back inside of their own zone after the puck there. Daniel Sisso on the left side. He's tied up. Good battle for the puck, and the Buffaloes come away with it. Cade Turner will circle it back inside of his own zone. Out to center ice on the left side. It's Hale Schoeneck. Left wing boards. A little drop pass into the slot area. That one will bounce off the stick. Daniel Kinneran.
To AK Bar Academy, number 21, Vladimir Yavdin. 2 minutes from the interference. Calgary Buffalo. Number 4, Osiris Westfall. 2 minutes for roughing. The time 2:14.
So back Tukin.
That's Bukin.
And Weisblatt for roughing. Played deep inside of Calgary territory. Buffaloes trying to get outside their own zone, unable to do so. It's Doug Free on the left side. Calgary Buffaloes back
Even
after
with
the
the mute on, it
boards.
still came
Chipped
through.
ahead on the left side. And out to center ice comes Steven Rossier. Rossier sends it up the left wing side. The back feed to Rossier. Out and they'll take it away. And the Russians will get a chance to clear it out to center ice. On the left side, they will tip it out to the neutral zone. And back after it is Proskurin. Proskurin just outside the Calgary zone, drops it off for his defenseman, Islam Garshin, and Garshin plays it back inside of his own zone, gets the return feed, play a little catch now with his defense partner. 4 minutes gone in this opening period. Shots are 1-0 in favor of the Calgary Buffaloes as the Akbar's Academy unable to get anything set up offensively as the Calgary Buffaloes stay aggressive. And now another penalty coming up. This is going to be in the offensive zone against the Calgary Buffaloes, and Akbar's Academy will get the first chance of the power play. Played at center ice by Rael Gaziev, and Gaziev sends the puck in, knocked down by the goaltender Jared Whale in behind his own goal.
The Max Tournament would like to take this opportunity to thank St. Polytechnique for their support of the tournament and the use of their site for...
We would like to take this time to acknowledge our gold sponsors, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, McSweeney's, Dentine, and Oreo Bars. Their support of the Max is greatly appreciated.
Face off deep inside of Calgary territory, controlled again by the Calgary Buffaloes. Buffaloes done a good job on the face-off dot, 3 for 3 thus far, but play gets halted up as the puck ended up into a maze of bodies.
Yeah, and we saw super aggressiveness against the Okotoks Oilers by Akbars on Monday night, and they took the first 3 penalties of the game. And we, as I said earlier, we've seen a whole bunch of physicality between these two clubs. The Buffaloes, as I talked to their assistant coach before the tournament, said that physicality was going to be a key, because obviously you probably don't expect that in the Russian league, but let's see what happens.
Gaziev won that face-off for the Russians, has the puck on the left wing boards deep inside of Calgary territories now. Akbars Academy able to set up on the power play. Gaziev, left side, his pass cross ice, deflected away and then batted into the right corner boards, or it's picked up there by Yelmekiev, and Yelmekiev gets it back to the line on the right side as Calgary Buffalo is trying to clear it out, unable to do so. Comes back down low again for Gaziev, down to the left point. There's a shot deflected on goal, and the save made by Whale. That long point shot by Ryan Kuznetsov, and the Calgary goaltender able to square up and keep that puck out.
Jared Whale, 10-3 so far this year, 131 GAA, 944 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. Sam Philpott, his backup, also 3 shutouts, 6-1-3 as the Buffaloes are first place in their division.
Batukin in to take the draw for Akbars Academy. The 221's facing off. Brendan Ross, and face-off controlled by Bantukin. A long one-timer from the right point goes wide of the goal, comes off the end boards and all the way down the ice. Akbars Academy forced to regroup. Kaliev takes it ahead on the left side, dumps it down inside of Calgary territory. Back after it is Trey Patterson. Patterson, let's take his time and clear the puck length of the ice again. Out to play the puck is Maskin Aryev. So drops it off in behind the goal. Calgary Buffaloes being aggressive, Dave, on the forecheck on this penalty kill.
You've said aggressive on the forecheck multiple times. Yeah, well, obviously they're trying to put a specific strategy across.
Right to the front of the goal. What a move by Vladimir Batukin. Goes right to the front of the net, puts it on goal, and Jared Whale stayed right with him. But nice little toe drag by the Akbars Academy forward.
And the fans respond when a Canadian team is playing a Russian team and a Russian player almost scores, and that shows you what kind of fan response they're getting.
Akipov in to take the face-off for Akbars Academy. Blocker side of the Calgary Buffalo goaltender, bouncing puck, knocked free. 40 seconds to go on the Akbars power play. And the Calgary Buffaloes will take control of the puck and they'll send it the length of the ice. The goaltender, Garifia, drops it off at the side of his own goal as Akbars Academy regrouping. Out to center ice. Igor Marvin with a shot. Blocker save made by Will. The rebound bounced in the air. And goaltender Will had no idea where it was. It bounced to the side of the goal. Held in left point. Akbars Academy working it around again. Top of the right point now. There's a wrist shot by Gorishin. And that one goes high and wide of the goal. Up the end boards, left side. Proskurin picks it up there, drops it up top left side. Final seconds ticking down on the penalty as Proskurin gets in left side. His backhand pass is broken up. 3 shots for the Akbars Academy Russians on that power play. Unable to capitalize though as the Calgary Buffaloes take over trying to clear it out. They'll bring it ahead out to center ice with control is Sullivan. Ryan Sullivan into Akbars territory on the left side. Sullivan chops it in behind the Akbars goal. And the Academy go defensive. Gorishin back to retrieve it in behind his own net. Circles in front of his own goal. Waits for his teammates to change out. Good job by Islam Gorishin controlling that puck. Had one of the 2 goals for Akbars Academy in that 2-1 regulation win over the Okotoks Beaumark Oilers in the exhibition game on Monday.
Yeah, and the Oilers scored with a man pull, with the goalie pull with about a minute and a half to go. So Russia led for 58 minutes.
Just past the 7-minute mark here, the first period. Shots are 3-1 in favor of Akbars Academy, but all 3 shots, Dave, coming on the power play. It's Akbars Academy long stretch pass. This is going to be icing. And, well, Dave, that was something we didn't see very much of from the Akbars in the exhibition game. Was a lot of
The Max Tournament would like to take this opportunity to thank St. Polytechnique for their support of the tournament and the use of their site for overflow parking. If you're looking to further your education, please contact SAIT at sait.ca.
If you're coming to the arena for a game later in the tournament, so make sure to get a 50-50 ticket draw. 3 tickets, 3 draws per day.
Face-off control by Akbars Academy. Kyle Gaziev winning the draw on the Akbar's Academy Russians inside Calgary Buffalo territory on the right side. Poked away though in behind the goal. Comes back up top on the right side. Shoveled down low by Finiseniev. Into the right corner boards. Finiseniev gets it back and again pokes it down low. But Calgary Buffalo's doing a good job back checking and swarming that puck. As now they'll play it out to center ice. Look for their opportunity and across the line. Left side. Huck drops it off right to the front of the net and unable to pull the trigger there was Weisblatt. Long shot for the point, blocked off in front. Loose puck comes back free to the right point. Held in there by McGowan as he pokes it down low. Akbar's Academy takes control. Weisblatt not afraid to throw the body around. That's a second or third hit that he's thrown already for the Calgary Buffaloes in this first period.
One of the smaller players on the roster, but certainly got the heart of a giant.
Calgary Buffaloes backhand the puck in and back after it. It's Kazafov in behind his own goal, rims it around on the far side and out to center ice. Picked up there by Cade Turner, and he'll dump it in. Calgary Buffaloes playing the dump and chase as the Akbar's goaltender drops off for his defenseman in behind the goal. And Akbar's Academy now with numbers out to center ice. On the left side with control of it inside of the Calgary zone is Rael Gaziev. Gaziev stops left corner boards, drops it up in front. There's bouncing puck towards the front of the goal. Broken up though by the Calgary Buffaloes. Played to the line, not out. Held in again by Akbar's is Gorishin. Into the right corner boards. He's tied up. Gorishin kicks that puck free on the right corner. Gets tied up again. Gorishin looking for some puck support down low. Proskurin comes in there to help out. Knocks it back to the line. Malijan with a long shot deflected in front of the net. Bouncing puck on the doorstep. They're back to the line again. Another long shot. Again blocked out. Didn't make it through. This time as Gorishin with that point shot from the right side. Gorishin takes the drop pass and works it down low in behind the goal. Right wing boards. Chernov with it there. He's tied up. Calgary Buffaloes take it away out to center ice as we approach the midpoint of this opening period. Still waiting for the game's first goal. As Calgary Buffaloes dump the puck in, turn to head off for a change.
Well done by Hale Shonak, number 7, a 6'3" defender. Basically, they were in a power play system, 5-on-5, and the Buffaloes were, for some reason, content to let that go and not pinch to try to create a turnover. And Hale basically just took the guy and took his opponent into the corner and created a complete change of possession, and now it's a face-off in the Russian zone rather than the Canadian zone.
Fourth defensive zone face-off for Akbar's Academy in this first period. 1 for 3 in the defensive zone thus far. Make it 2 of 4 as they do win that one. Puck poked to the line. Not out, held in by the Calgary Buffaloes. Akbar's Academy trying again not getting it out. Long shot hit the outside of the net. Fans here at the Max Bell thought that one was in, and then the Akbar's Academy Russians played into the netting and out of play.
The Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament would like to thank our two-way communication sponsor, Westcan Wireless, Canada's premier supplier of advanced integrated radio communication solutions and services. Tournament.
Another defensive zone face-off for Akbar's Academy, controlled by the Calgary Buffaloes. Long shot for the point, stick save made by the goaltender Rifiev as he steers that one into the corner. Buffaloes keep it in on the right side, cycle it down low. Rostachuk into the right corner boards. It's picked up there by Akbar's Academy. With it on the left side is Sedansanov. Sedansanov works it ahead, and out towards center ice comes Akbar Academy. Get it as far as the Calgary blue line, and then it's chopped back the other way by the Buffaloes, but it ends up in the Akbar's Academy bench and out of play. 9:57 to go in this opening period.
Buffaloes in white, Russians in green. From Kazan, Russia. Probably as far away from Calgary, Alberta as you can get if you're not from down under.
Face off just outside of Akbar's Academy territory, and it's won cleanly by Kurokov. Back inside of his own zone, and away come the Akbar Academy Rush and send it down inside of Calgary Buffalo territory. Buffaloes go back to retrieve it as Trey Patterson works it ahead on the near ball out to center ice, gets on the happy side of center ice and dumps the puck in. Now Akbar's Academy back after it inside their own zone. Well, both teams have kind of traded off chances and traded off offensive zone pressure.
Well, the Buffaloes coach, Mr. Payne, told me that the first 15 to 20 minutes was really going to set the pace for the rest of the game.
In comes the Calgary Buffaloes with a shot on goal and a stick save made by Rifiev. The puck in the right corner boards. Meanwhile, Calgary Buffalo player toppled to the ice in behind the play, and that's going to stop play with 9:21 to go here in this opening period. Shots now 4-3 in favor of the Akbar's Academy Russians.
Akbar's plays in the Russian U18 Midget League. There's a U17 league and a U16 league, and the information wasn't that easy to get because I think a lot of these players were called up for to use a North American phrase, for this event. So it wasn't just strictly their U18 team that came. So that tells you something. Obviously, they brought some 16s and they brought some 15s with them for this event for the overall experience. And obviously, AK Bars has a local connection here in Calgary. That's to a business an oil company that's part of the number of oil companies here in Calgary, and that's sort of where the connection came from, and how the invitation was given out, and part of how they were paid the payment was for flights and hotels were covered for them to be here this week. And we've seen probably in Okotoks we saw probably 2 or 3 dozen Russians fans just going crazy for those 2 goals that they scored, and you can see the Russian flag just below our graphic there, and they were here super early to get the best seats in the house on the opposite side of where we are, just to the right of the camera.
Well, referees gathered together to discuss whether or not there'd be a penalty. As the referee was looking up ice, didn't see the hit in behind the play, so no penalty handed out, and they stay 5-on-5 with the faceoff just outside Akbar's Academy territory. Weisblatt wins the faceoff, but Akbar's Academy immediately jumping on that loose puck, and they'll start it out to center ice, but it was on the unhappy side of center ice on the dump in by Islam Garishian, and it's icy against Akbar's Academy.
Yeah, and we've seen more icings in this period than we've seen probably in the entire game on Monday night. Maybe that's a different strategy. Okotoks number 2 in the South, Buffalo's number 1. Buffaloes have 2 extra wins, same number of losses, same number of ties as Okotoks, but they have 2 extra wins and 26 extra goals.
Weisblatt wins that faceoff again for the Calgary Buffaloes. Is poked in behind the goal after it there. Kazimov bumps up with it, gets bumped off the puck. Is
behind the play.
Playing it ahead. It's a delayed penalty against the Calgary Buffaloes, but then Akbar's Academy getting a little too aggressive and going to offset their own power play.
Kafazov is skating to the bench. He didn't think he did anything wrong, but that's why the whistle came, was his incident. Now we have a head contact and a trip. Now we've seen since about 2011 when you and I started broadcasting, Chris, they've sort of changed the rules, on head contact.
So Barker,
you can have a 2, a 4, or a 5.
And Justin Barker was the guilty party for the Calgary Buffaloes. It is a 4-minute double minor, so it'll be a 2-minute power play for Akbar's Academy. And meanwhile, defenseman Ilinar Kadavov heads off to the box as well to serve 2 minutes. So
we talked about Kafazov's size and strength, but that was a cheap little trip behind the play as everybody was going in the opposite direction. But Weisblatt will serve the extra 2 for Justin Barker, 22 for the Buffaloes.
Akbar's Academy 0 for 1 on the power play, win the faceoff, start up on the man advantage. Has a quick shot, stopped by Whale, the rebound, bouncing puck in front of Whale, stopped that one as well. And a good couple of chances for Akbar's Academy, and then the Calgary Buffaloes relieve some pressure as they send the puck the length of the ice. Good start to the power play, and a good rebound shot by Rail Gaziov. As out to center ice comes Gaziov again, and he is hammered in the neutral zone. Tried to sidestep Halderson, but Halderson stayed right with him and levels the Akbar Academy Russian.
Halderson, I mentioned him in the first minute, just throwing the body around, and Canadians love a good open ice hit, especially on a PK. You got to take that chance if you can get it.
That was a solid open ice hit as we're nearly halfway through these Akbar's Academy power plays. They take the puck at center ice. Working ahead on the left side and across the line. That is Sedansinov. Sedansinov, though, had the puck poked off his stick and then cleared down the ice. Good puck support by the Calgary Buffaloes. We are now midway through this second Akbar's Academy power play. As mentioned, 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Had 3 shots their first power play. Working right now on their second. Have one shot thus far as the second one they're saying was blocked off. And across the line on the left side is Chernov. Chernov, though, checked off the puck as it rolls into left corner boards. Akbar's Academy digging for it on the left side. Now they'll set it up in the left point. Kuznetsov, right faceoff, so a wrist shot. That one hit the outside of the net. The rebound picked up in the corner there by Chernov. Chernov centering pass. Backdoor beat the one-timer, hammered high and wide of the goal by Sedansinov. Off the end boards, comes back to the line. Left side, setting up again. Kurisov down low for Sedansinov. Sedansinov back up top for Kurisov. Kurisov down low on the right side. Centering pass in front. There was a wrist shot off a stick and up into the netting and out of play. As standing in the slot, going to take advantage of that one was Vladimir Batukin.
Well, you saw a moment ago that Whale had to adjust from his left post to his right post because the Russian player was pretty much wide open around the ringette line, and he had a clear open opportunity, and Whale just simply moved over, was prepared for the shot. It's like he was the only one in the building that knew it was coming, and a nice solid save, and then the sequence afterwards.
Face-off controlled by the Calgary Buffaloes away from Nakapov and cleared all the way down the ice, and the Akbar Russian Academy back to retrieve it as the Calgary Buffaloes get back to full strength. Akbar Academy 0 for 2 on the power play. 1 shot on goal at that second man advantage. 4 shots on goal at the power play thus far. 3 on their first and 1 on their second as the Akbar Academy rushes with control on the right side. Quick shot is blocked off. Igor Marvin sends it back in behind the net. Calgary Buffaloes back and good puck support down low as they take control. Now they'll start out to center ice. Weisblatt quickly ahead into Akbar territory. Left side. Weisblatt with a shot. Blocker save made by the goaltender Arifiev, and it's cleared out to center ice. Played right back in by the Calgary Buffaloes when intercepted by the Akbar Academy. Again, they regroup with control. Galiev at center ice. He'll just dump the puck in and turns that off for a change as the Calgary Buffaloes goaltender Whale plays it in behind his own goal to the far corner boards. Lifted off the glass and out to center ice. Bounces down inside Akbar's territory. Bolotov with control there. Chips it ahead. Deflected down the ice by Fatikov, who was on the unhappy side of center ice, but the Calgary Buffaloes back to retrieve the puck inside their own zone, negating the icing call. Now the Calgary Buffaloes 2-on-1 developing it across the Akbar line. Now it's a 2-on net down low. The center pass, they scored! Daniel Sisso, and it's 1-0 Buffaloes.
And you talk about pretty goals. We've seen them all day long here in International Hockey Week, and what a move at the absolute end. Sisso, all he had to do was finish it off, and he went high glove on the goaltender, but man, what a move. And you heard the crowd respond inside the ringette line, and what an amazing goal. 14-10 into the opening period. The Buffaloes have the opener. Russians, this is a different type of team, not to take anything away from the Oilers, but the Buffaloes perhaps maybe had a couple of scouts and coaches in the crowd that night and decided, okay, let's do things a little differently.
Wait on the announce of the goal as the Calgary Buffaloes win the face-off. They have a 1-0 lead as they bring the puck to center ice. Pass, though, just out of the reach of the intended receiver, and the Akbar Academy back after it inside their own zone. Stefanov plays it out to center ice. Now on the near wall is Gaziev. Gaziev takes a bump from Kissinger as he dumped the puck down inside of Calgary territory. 5.5 to go in the opening period. 1-0 Buffaloes with the lead. They're back inside of their own zone with control of the puck. Hale Schoeneck takes a look inside of his own zone, works it ahead out to center ice. Picked up, though, by the Akbar's Academy. Kazimov gets it back inside of his own zone, chips it ahead on the left wing side. Dumped in by Sedansinov and back after it are the Calgary Buffaloes. Hale Schoeneck checked up on the left side. It rolls to the front of the net. Goaltender Whale pounce on top of that one and hang on.
Yeah, hit your rewind button, folks, because either live or on the archive, because that was just a gorgeous goal. Certainly going to go in the highlight package at the end of the tournament.
5 to go here in this opening period. Calgary Buffaloes with a 1-0 lead is Akbar Academy with an offensive zone face-off. 2 for 4 in the offensive zone in this opening period thus far. Blocker side, a goaltender Whale, and it's controlled by the Calgary Buffaloes.
Calgary Buffaloes' first goal scored by number 17, Daniel Sisso. The time 14-10. That's Sisso unassisted at 14-10.
Right now they're seeing that goal unassisted. That'll change as here come the Calgary Buffaloes again looking to answer, or looking to take a 2-0 lead, but roll the puck in behind the goal. After it on the right side, holding it at the right point was Heath Armstrong, captain of this Calgary Buffaloes team as he works it down low. Poked away though by the Akbar's Academy. Armstrong going to hold it in, walks up the right point. His wrist shot blocked off in front, comes bouncing out to center ice. McGowan backs up in the neutral zone with it. He'll dump it down inside of Akbar's territory. 4:15 to go here in the opening period. 1-0. Akbar's Academy trailing the Calgary Buffaloes.
Shots were 5-2. Now they're 6-5 for the Buffaloes. Russia has not had a shot in about 5 minutes.
I haven't had a shot since their power plays. They dump a soft one in on goal. That one will tally for a shot.
Barker back onto the ice after his 4-minute double minor for head contact.
Happy that his team killed off the penalty, and also happy that while he was sitting there, His team got a 1-0 lead.
Of course, the Calgary Buffaloes won the Alberta League last year. They won the Pacific tournament against the Caribou Cougars from Prince George, BC, and then finished 4th at the National Championships. The TELUS Cup, finishing 4th, 3-2 during the regular tournament among the 6 teams, lost the semifinal, and then lost in the bronze medal game to the Tisdale Trojans, who are not here. And the Toronto team won the championship in 2019. The TELUS Cup.
Maxim Parskuen in on the draw for the Akbar Russians. Lost that one, though. Calgary Buffalo's doing a good job on the faceoff dot in the defensive end. They have won 4 of 6 thus far. So puck in from behind the Calgary goal. Picked up on the left side by Schoeneck. Schoeneck dumps it off on the right wing boards out to center ice. Cade Turner. Turner's pass up the middle on the right side. Nice little toe drag shot. Pad save made by the goaltender. Arifiev in the rebound. Arifiev stopped out and then a little bit of pushing and shoving afterwards. As on the doorstep was Samuel Huck looking for the loose puck and took an extra little whack at Mascom Arifiev, and the Akbar Academy goaltender took exception to that.
We've seen Daniel Kernahan, number 10, be very strong and aggressive, and that was a great shot just a moment ago, and then a quick little follow-up, and then looked like a bit of a slash from the goaltender there, number 20, Arifiev, right in front of the referee, but probably an interpretive warning into Russian from the manager. Mr. Richikoff will come during the intermission, and I am very sure that the referees will clarify the assist on the first goal with the scorekeepers, and we'll get that all clarified during the first intermission.
Akbar's Academy with the puck on the right side in front of their own bench. They'll drop it back inside of their own zone. The Calgary Buffaloes have done a great job right now in this opening period, Dave, at keeping everything to the outside for Akbar's Academy and not allowing them that breakout pass.
Yeah, a couple of open opportunities on the power play, but nothing really sustained right to left when they take away possession like that.
Kuzkanov turns it over in behind the goal. Now Weisblatt centering pass in front with a good defensive read there by Kuzkanov as he pokes that one away out to center ice. Kuzkanov now stood up in front of his own bench, toppled to the ice.
Weisblatt needed to take another half a second, Chris, there to kind of follow what he wanted to do, because he needed to put it in front of 2 Russian sticks. Taking it away was Kuzkanov, and then Weisblatt rocked him right in front of, in between the 2 benches, the same number 8, Kuzkanov, and that's what got the big crowd pop.
A little bit of pushing and shoving afterwards on the Yemetkiev wrist shot that was gloved down by goaltender Jared Whale.
More coincidental penalties here. This will be the 3rd set of coincidentals. And unsportsmanlike. So, you know what? Some referees will just tell guys to be quiet and relax, and some referees will just toss everybody in the box as the way to say, calm it down. Or you'll end up in the box more often.
It's Gaziev for Akbar's Academy and McGowan for Calgary Buffaloes, but faceoff stays deep inside of Calgary Buffalo territory. 2:24 to go. This opening period won by the Akbar's Academy. Long shot for the point, goes wide of the goal. Rebound front on the left side. A little drop pass in behind the net. Picked up though by the Calgary Buffaloes, who have an opportunity to clear it out, and they'll do just that. As the Akbar's Academy back inside of their own zone with control.
Buffaloes have got to be careful not to get too overly aggressive. Let the Russians just have their fun for another 42 minutes, win, lose, or draw. And because the Oilers on Monday got a lot of pressure on their power play.
Long pass in behind the goal is now the Akbar's Academy. Centering pass in front. A little bit of a miscue on the wrist shot by Nakipov. And Yemekiev followed up and he flipped that one just wide of the far post. Not sure the Whales saw that puck either, Dave. Back at the right side, held in by Akbars. Send it towards the front of the goal, and goaltender Whale cover it up and hang on. And trying to draw a penalty after the play was Robert Chernoff. So he went to the front of the net, took a shot up high.
These two
says no.
Yep, these 2 teams in Pool 1 with the Lethbridge Hurricanes, Prince Albert Mintos, and Sherwood Park Ennis Kings. So I imagine all 3 of those teams' coaching staffs are somewhere in the crowd with some notebooks for both of these clubs, the Buffaloes and AK Bars. Of course, the Buffaloes have tomorrow off, but we'll have the game with the Russians tomorrow morning at Father Bauer Arena.
The Tuking waved out of the faceoff dot. Proskurin comes in to take the draw for the Akbar's Academy. Lost it though to Kernahan. Daniel Kernahan and the Calgary Buffaloes trying to clear it out, unable to do so. Left point, walking in, lots of room. The wrist shot deflected just wide of the goal as Proscuron was standing right in front of the net, tipped that one just wide of the net. On the left side, on the right side I should say, Akbars Academy holding the puck up, looking to get in front of the goal. Calgary Buffaloes, good puck support down low. Now we'll take the puck away and they're out to center ice, 3-on-2. Calgary Buffaloes have been patient, waiting for their opportunities. Rosier in across the line, stood up, then runs into his man. Rosier then drop pass. Turner at the point, his long wrist shot missed the net. The rebound off the end boards, picked up by Akbars Academy and cleared out to center ice. Dumped right back in though by Monsterchuk. And Akbars Academy then fired it out and then fired right back in as both teams make changes on the fly. Akbars Academy out to center ice with control there is Bolotov. Bolotov spins off one check, then plays it ahead. Proscuron in across the line with a wrist shot. That one goes off a stick. It bounces wide of the goal. Harmlessly in behind the net, picked up there by Fatikov. Fatikov though tied up. Cleared around away from him, and Justin Baker on the near wall. Take it out to center ice. Baker up the right side. Toe drags his way into Russian territory. The wrist shot on goal. The save again made by Rifiev. And Maxim Rifiev able to keep his team within just a single goal.
Yeah, he's been tested a lot here in the last 6-7 minutes. And again, the toe drag and the big crowd pop. Like these kids have a lot of skills. 15, 16, 17 years old at the midget level, of course, for the one last final year before they changed it to U18. But Ross almost won yet another faceoff.
This one though controlled by Kurukov and the Akbars Academy, clearing it all the way down the ice. This is going to be icing against the Akbars Academy. And Dave, that's the fourth icing call for Akbars Academy in this first period, something we did not see on Monday in Okotoks.
And the referees, the coaching staff, I imagine, will be talking about those type of little things that can make all the biggest differences for that period. Yeah, I mean, the time on the clock probably had a lot to do with it, but yeah, it very uncharacteristic.
Akbars Academy again in on the draw, deep inside of their own zone, and waved out of the face-off dot for the Calgary Buffaloes was Ryan Sullivan. And take the draw is Justin Barker. Controlled by Akbars Academy on the left side. Pushed ahead, out to the line, not out, as the Calgary Buffaloes able to hold it in, cycle it down low on the left side, bouncing puck to the side of the net. Goaltender Rifiev stole it down as it gets tied up in behind the goal, and the horn sounds, ending this opening period of play. The Calgary Buffaloes outshoot the Akbars Academy 10-8 in the opening period of play. And the lone goal, Daniel Sisso, his first of the tournament, has the Calgary Buffaloes on top of Akbars Academy 1-0 after 20 minutes of play.
I think the story of the first period, Chris, is going to be the lack of 5-on-5 production from Akbars Academy. I think 5 or 6 of the 8 shots came on their 2 power play opportunities. And the Buffaloes just crazy mad skills in front of a crowd that they normally aren't in front of. But we are ready for some Pee Wee Shootout time here in all the feature games. We'll have the Pee Wee Shootout for you, and we'll take it down to Chris Turnbull, our PA announcer, and then we'll come back midway through the flood to give you more information on this opening night of the Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament 2019.
Star of the Max. Guys, back up, out of the way. Guys, back up, out of the way, back up. All right, what we're going to do right now is let's meet our goaltenders here.
Are you announcing these guys? Because they've moved.
That doesn't matter. Let's meet our goaltenders down here in the north end of the arena. We've got Kellen Salter.
And our south goalie is Dima Volotovsky.
All right, let's get it started here with our first shooter. Shooting in this direction. Pardon me, shooting in this direction. This way? Okay, shooting in this direction. Ethan Watkins. Ethan plays for the Knights. Down here, Ethan. Go, go, go. Let's go. Snipe. Nice shot, Ethan. Doug, yours.
All right, not that we won't put any competition on it, but I'd like to see my side do a little bit better out of that. How about we bring up from Blackfoot, Kai Unger. You're going to be going that way, Kai? Oh, we got it going here, Chris.
I think my guy here, Jack Chudley. Jack, come on. Get our team going here. Bull Valley Flames. Oh, nice save down there by Kellen.
Good save right there. Caleb Matthews from the Knights, you are up next. Come on out here, grab that puck and giddy up. With some serious patience, there is Caleb Matthews.
I gotta say, I'm impressed. Cruz Lysing from Blackfoot. Cruz, down here, buddy. We're gonna have to get going a little quicker. Nice backhand. Way to go, Cruz.
Oh, man, we got some highlight reel stuff going on right here. From Southwest, Chloe Higgins, come on down. What a shot that one was. Make some noise for Chloe.
Christian Stevenson from Bull Valley Flames. Let's go, Christian. Get us back in this game. Right down there. He's got that Lanny McDonald jersey on. Nice try.
Good work here, both in the net and on the ice. Adam Muhammad from Bow Valley. This is your moment. I thought there was a little razzle-dazzle going on there to throw him off on the backhand.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit tricky myself. Luke Coles, our last shooter down here. Luke, go get him. Luke plays for the Southwest. Nice hands, nice hand. Oh, just at the last second, lost the puck. All right, guys, we're going to start again, but we're going to go in the opposite direction this time. So, I need Ethan Watkins that way. Go get him, Ethan. Ooh, nice footwork. Oh, nice try.
All right, Kai Unger from Blackfoot. You're heading that direction this time. Unger did the little sit-down move right there. That's all part of the strategy, Chris.
I'm sure it is. Jack Chudley from Bull Valley Flames. Come on, Jack. Light it up. Oh, nice shot, Jack.
Just on the inside of the post. Whoa. All right, from the Knights, Caleb Matthews. Caleb coming in there with some speed. Look at this. What a beautiful chip that one was. Caleb, now he's called Killer Caleb Matthews.
Cruz Lysing from Blackfoot. Cruz, let's do it, man. Oh, one move too many.
Not like a little rolling puck to make it a little tougher. From Southwest, Chloe Higgins. I expect to see that ponytail streaming behind here, acting like a runner as she comes down here now. Good save right there.
Very nice save. Christian Stevenson. Come on, Christian. Oh, fake shot. Oh, and Dima's got him.
All right, from Bow Valley, Adam, the man, Muhammad. I think the nicknames are not working here. They're not working.
Luke Coles. They call him Coles because he's red hot. Oh, nice try, Luke. I like the moves. I like the moves. All right, everybody shot once on each goaltender, so my beautiful assistant here is going to count up our scores and see if we need to have a shootout or if we've got a couple of winners.
He's got two. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 5, 6. Yeah, we got too many.
All right, here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a little bit of a shootout here. So we're going to go down here against Dima. Okay? First shooter, Ethan Watkins. This way, Ethan. Let's go. Nice try. Dima, are you ready again? Jack Chudley. Where are you, Jack? Down there. Oh, too much thinking, too much thinking. Cruz Leisig. Can we get our shooting assistant down there to fix the goal? We've got Lucas Magwan, Tyler Matovich, and Misha Volkovsky out here chasing pucks for us. They all play in the Buffalo's hockey system.
All right, we've got a few others to shoot here. Kyle Unger. Kai ready to go here on Dima? Whoa. All right. And we've got Chloe Higgins to come and take that shot. Solid save right there, Chris.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are our winners for tonight. Our goaltender for tonight was Kellen Salter. So Kellen, come on up here, buddy. And our two shooters going on to the semifinals on December 31st at 9 a.m., Kai Unger and Caleb Matthews. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for these future stars of the Max. And thank you to our sponsor, Tuxedo Source for Sports.
Welcome back to the Max Bell Arena. Chris Colwell, Dave Standish along with you as we take a look at the first period scoring summary. The Calgary Buffaloes with a 1-0 lead on the Akbar Russian Academy. Lone goal of that first period, courtesy of Daniel Sisso, his first of the tournament. Assist to Daniel Kernahan. 14:10 the time of the goal. 5:50 by the game clock, Dave.
What a move by Kernahan, though. I mean, he pulled that other one later on in the period. Once again, the crowd really responding to it, and that's something the Buffaloes need to keep pushing. Sorry, Chris, you talked about how the Russians were forced to the outside. The Buffaloes had the middle third of the ice horizontally basically the entire period. They could do whatever they wanted. That was just one of several chances where they were able to drive, let's just say, from the face-off dots inside, going left to right in that period.
Shots on goal in that first period, 10-8 in favor of the Calgary Buffaloes. Akbar's Academy, 2 power plays, 0 for 2 at the man advantage, 4 shots on those 2 power plays. So Dave, just 4 shots on goal, I should say, 5 on 5 for Akbar's Academy. Calgary Buffaloes with 9 shots, even strength, 1 short-handed, did not get a power play in that first period.
So essentially, outside of power plays, it was 10-4 for Buffaloes. So
exactly.
that shows you something right there. And the Russians are certainly, they had an extended first intermission, so there was certainly a lot to talk about. And I expect them to come out banging, and the Buffaloes have to be prepared for that.
Face-offs to that first period favor the Calgary Buffaloes, 12-10. Zone by zone, the Calgary Buffaloes with a 3-2 edge in the neutral zone on Akbar's Academy. Offensive zone for Akbar's Academy, down 5-3 to the Calgary Buffaloes, the defensive zone. So the Calgary Buffaloes offensive zone, it was a 5-4 edge for Akbar's Academy. So Dave, pretty good defensive zone face-offs by both teams in the opening period. Both teams above 50% on the face-off dot in their own zone.
Yeah, and that's the key that you want. It's the same thing with basketball. You want to be able to get those defensive rebounds and not allow a second chance, or even in basketball, or a first chance. In hockey, as we're back underway again, Russia in green, Buffaloes in white.
Akbar's Academy going left to right in this second period. Calgary Buffaloes right to left, and the puck deflects into the Akbar's bench just 8 seconds into this second period. The opening face-off belonging to the Akbar's Academy.
I'll just quickly run down the previous tournament scores in the next couple of breaks here for those of you who may not have joined us during the opening ceremonies, but right at the 8 o'clock game start.
Another face-off win for Akbar's Academy as they get it down inside of Calgary Buffalo territory. The Calgary Buffaloes get it right back out. In comes Akbar's Academy, and all of a sudden a little bit more jump to the Akbar's step in this second period. Cade Turner back inside of his own zone, tips the puck ahead on the right side, and Brendan Ross out to center ice. Left side for Huck, return feed for Parker in front of the net, and he is pushed off the puck in the middle of the ice. Parker gets it back though on the right side, leaves it at the right point, and then cycled down low in behind the goal for Weisblatt. Elias Weisblatt tied up in behind the net, puck poked free, and Akbar's Academy will take over deep inside of their own zone. Steered ahead, turned over though. Huck centering pass in front, just under the stick of Weisblatt. Rolls over the right side, and then chopped down low by Cade Turner. Akbar's Academy back to retrieve it in behind their own goal. Having problems trying to get out though was Bolotov, and he'll just drop it inside of his own zone a little bit deeper. Akbar's Academy again struggling to get outside their own zone. A wrist shot on goal, the glove save made by Arifiev. As he snags that with that left glove hand, and Dave Arifiev was 9 for 10 in the first period, 1 for 1 to start the second period.
Stephen Rozier with a great chance. It reminded me of a turnover basically in the same portion of the first period. Haven't seen too much from Brendan Ross, number 21, and Heath Armstrong, number 12. Heath with 29 points in 23 games. Ross with 22 points in 23 games. But keep an eye out for 21 and 12, although Mr. Ross has been exceptional in the face-off circle just like that.
Raskuskin gets the puck ahead for Akbar's Academy down inside of Calgary Buffalo territory. Buffalo's back to retrieve it on the right side though. Akbar's Academy starting to initiate the D and get them into the play. So they shove it down low in behind the goal on the left side with control there as Proskewin knocked to the ice, and bodies flying everywhere. Is coming in there to help out as Yemekiev got the puck free on the left side, but it's picked up by the Calgary Buffaloes as skate to center ice. Armstrong up the left side into Akbar's Academy territory. Forced off the puck of the left corner boards. Good puck support though by the Calgary Buffaloes. They send a shot towards that, bounces wide of the goal, picked up on the right side. As it is picked up, the
the net came off.
The whistle as the net is off its moorings to our broadcast left.
And just as I say that we haven't seen much of Heath Armstrong, he's driving down the left wing, see if he can create something.
Just about did.
41 years of incredible hockey memories, brought to you by Circle K Convenience. Circle K Convenience Stores hope you have a memorable experience and enjoy the 42nd annual Max Midget Tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K for their many years of support.
Face-off control by the Calgary Buffaloes. Long shot on goal, and Arifia got a piece of that one, steering wide of the goal. Picked up on the left side as the Buffaloes hold it in. Knocked free by Akbar's Academy, and they're immediately out to center ice. On the right side, Sinestov with a nice move. Drop pass in front, left wing, boards the shot, and the save made by Whale. The rebound taken away. Centering pass in front, just out of the reach of Sedansanov. Comes back to the line. There's a long shot, just missed the net by Vinisanov. Now down low and behind the goal. Sedansanov standing in front with a shot on goal. Stopped by Whale. The rebound loose to the side of the net. Another centering pass. Calgary having trouble trying to get the puck out. Cleared to the line, not out. Long wrist shot. Through traffic off the skate, just wide. In behind the goal, Sedansanov drops it off, gets the return feed on the bouncing puck, tried to throw it in front, Whale down, hugging that goalpost, trying to cover it up, still loose and poked through the crease out the other side as the Buffaloes take over deep inside their own zone. They're to the line, not out, held in there by Batukin, but a hand pass against the Akbar's Academy as Bantuga was knocked down after knocking that puck out of the air with the glove hand.
What a chance coming down 3-on-1. They're basically about 2 feet away from each other. They could have passed it all the way down like a practice drill. And unbelievable chance. For the last 30, 40 seconds, all they were trying to do was feed the glove of Whale just to get a whistle, and then they got lucky with a hand pass. But, man, what obviously best chance of the night for Akbar's. Right?
Akbar's with control back inside of their own zone. Marvin working ahead on the left side. Poked away, though, by the Calgary Buffaloes and back the other way. 2-on-1. Across the line is Cisco. The goal scorer is centering pass. Looking for the man who set him up, Kerrigan, but it's knocked away. To the line, not out, held in. Calgary Buffaloes very patient in that first period, waiting for their opportunities. Now here comes Akbar's Academy in across the line. Left side, dumped down low by Nakapov. Nakapov after it in left wing boards. Beaten to it, though, by the Calgary Buffaloes. Out to center ice is Kerrigan, who set the goal up in that opening period. Played away, though, by Akbar's Academy all the way down the ice. Going to slide in on goal. Goaltender Jared Philippot going to be forced to reach down and hang on.
The sponsor of the day is True Hockey. Check your program for a special True offer. True Hockey. Made true, play true.
Face off to the glove hand side of goaltender Jared Whale. It's Kirkov in to take the draw for Akbar's Academy. Weisblatt for the Calgary Buffaloes, and Kirkov's going to get waved out as I believe that was Patikanov trying to push in a little prematurely. So Proskurin will come in to take the draw. Tied up, won by the Calgary Buffaloes deep inside of their own zone. Pushed ahead to the line, not out. Did actually get out, I should say. And Proskurin at center ice, trying to move back the other way. Couldn't get inside of Calgary territory. Now Weisblatt steals the puck. Plays it down inside of Akbar's Academy territory. Goaltender Ripiev not going to take any chances. Reaches down and hangs on. 18 seconds shy of the 4-minute mark here of the second period.
So that quick rundown that I promised. Calgary North Stars 4, Grand Peace Storm 3, Vancouver Chiefs Northwest, and the Beardies Blackhawks 6-6, Caribou Cougars from Prince George 7-2 over Airdrie, Okanagan 6-2 over Okotoks, 4-1 Chicago over Vancouver Northwest.
Face off deep inside of Akbar's Academy territory. Controlled by Akbar's Academy deep inside their own zone. They'll send it around in behind the goal. Gets tied up. Trying again up the far side. This time will be successful in getting it out. Calgary Buffaloes will back up to their own blue line, then turn it over as Turner unable to control that one. He wanted to get a little bit more on that chip out, but was unable to do so. Now Akbar's Academy on the left side. They'll set up. Good, though, tie up in front of the goal by Samuel Huckett. It's taken away by the Calgary Buffaloes. Pushed out to center ice. As Grishin will play it back inside of his own zone. Cross ice pass and pushed ahead, and Kirkhoff tip it down inside of Calgary territory. Buffaloes back after it inside their own zone. Akbar Academy getting it free, though, behind the net on the left side. Looking in the wraparound in front, the centering back, pass in front, the shot stop, the rebound, loose in front, down his wheel, puck still loose, cleared to the line, not out, held in, long shot by Gorishin is blocked off. Another chance and again blocked off. And now Huck will go for a skate to center ice. 2-on-2. Huck backhands it down inside of Akbar's territory as the Calgary Buffaloes exhausted, having to make a change on the fly.
Two tremendous saves, and if you see it going forward with Whale, his focus and his eye contact with the puck is just exceptional.
Ross gets the return feed, a quick redirect on goal. The save made by Rifiev and played away. Out to center ice comes Akbar's Academy. Send it off the glass down inside of Calgary Buffalo's territory. The goaltender Whale out to play it in behind his own goal. Steers it around in the near corner boards. Akbar's Academy trying to hold it in. Racing off the bench to keep that one alive was Kuzakanov. Works it in behind the goal on the right wing side. Back after it there is Masterchuk. Pushes it in behind his own goal, and now outlet to center ice. It deflects it down the ice, but was on the unhappy side of center ice. But Aripiev out to stop it in front of his own goal. So Akbar's Academy regrouping inside their own zone. We're approaching the 6-minute mark here of this second period. 1-0 Calgary Buffaloes with the lead. Is back across the line with a pass by Yelekiev in behind the intended receiver. That was Sedansinov, and Sedansinov forced to take the puck offside.
The Max Tournament Committee would like to thank Global for their TV and radio support in the promotion of this year's tournament.
But faith in
Back to the Maxwell Arena. Face-off control by the Calgary Buffaloes deep inside of their own zones. They will start it out to center ice. Akbar's Academy, though, send it right back the other way. Now a foot race after the puck there is Chernoff. Chernoff couldn't quite catch up to it. As Calgary Buffaloes take control, and they're out to the neutral zone again. On the right side is Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan in across the line, dances through the middle of the ice. Sullivan with a shot on goal. And Rifiev the save, and he'll hang on. Great move there, Dave, by Ryan Sullivan as he came off that right wing boards and right through the middle of the ice, uncontested.
First quality chance for the Buffaloes here in the second period after surviving the barrage. Shots even 5-5 in this period, but the quality chance is probably 5-1.
15-13 in the hockey game favoring the Calgary Buffaloes as they set up for the offensive zone faceoff. Kernan in to take the draw for Calgary. Nakapov in for Akbar's Academy. Won by the Buffaloes. They'll send it down low in behind the goal. Right side. Calgary Buffaloes with control. Trying to get away is Blake Setter. Setter lays it in behind the Akbar's goal on the left wing side. Picked up there by Kernahan. He's tied up. Kernahan gets some puck support down low as two players from each side in there battling for the puck behind the goal. Now third one jumps in there. That's Blake Setter. Setter digs it out for the Calgary Buffaloes. Works it to the line. And pushed down low by the defenseman along left wing boards. Hale Schoeneck jumping in on the rush there to try and keep it alive. Unable to do so as Akbar's Academy gets the loose puck, and they'll fire it down the ice. It got up on its edge though, Dave, and that puck rolls all the way down for ice against the Akbar's Academy.
The other scores from earlier today: Lethbridge 4, Sherwood Park 1, Fort Saskatchewan 3, Swift Current 1, Saskatoon Blazers 5, Calgary Flames 1, Moose Jaw Warriors 4, Calgary Royals 2, and the teams that had the day off: Saskatoon Contacts, Red Deer Optimist Chiefs, Prince Albert Mintos, Lloydminster Bobcats, and the St. Albert Raiders.
Face off to the blocker side, a goaltender Rifio deep inside of Akbar's Academy territory, won by Akbar's Academy as they'll cycle it around in behind their own goal. Calgary Buffaloes trying that push forward on the face-off done. Hasn't worked out in the last couple of draws. Firing in behind the net though. Akbar's Academy back after it. It's Sedansinov on the far side, leaves it in the right corner boards for Gorishian. Gorishian out to Sedansinov. Sedansinov through the middle of the ice, weaves his way in across the Calgary line, drops it off right side. Petikov with it. Right point now, up top from Elgin. Left side, long wrist shot is blocked off. And now the Calgary Buffaloes will clear it out to center ice. And back after it is Malagin inside of his own zone. Cross ice pass out of the reach of the intended receiver. Bounces in front of the penalty box doors. Picked up there by McGowan. He's tied up. And Kirchhoff steals it away from him. Plays it back to his own blue line. As again, Akbar's Academy forced to dump it down inside of Calgary territory. After it on the forecheck. Right side, Kirchhoff sends it in behind the Calgary goal. Now centering passing ball loose on the doors to the backhand shot. And that one might have been blocked by the Akbar's forward falling into the net. David just trying to catch a number on that one. That might have been
Kavazov, number 4, was in the middle of all that.
It was Fatikov who fell. He ended up falling into the net. Actually, I think may have blocked off that shot from going in and tying this game at 1.
Yeah, once again, great pressure inside the blue paint.
Face-off will come just outside of Calgary Buffalo territory. Back in comes Akbar's Academy after winning that faceoff. Cleared back out inadvertently out to center ice. Akbar's Academy forced to regroup. Backhanded in by Yamelkiev. Blocked off, and the Calgary Buffaloes right back the other way. Chasing inside of his own zone is Kushnikov. Works it around on the far side. Over skating the puck was Galziev, and that allows the Calgary Buffaloes to keep the pressure on. Around on the left wing boards, Weisblatt pushed off the puck deep inside of Akbar's territory. Weisblatt now ties up his man. Good strength by Weisblatt as he forced the Akbar's Academy to turn that puck over. Comes back to the right point, held in there by Wilson Steele, sends it down low in behind the goal. Weisblatt picks it up. Weisblatt looking on the wraparound, steps back in front on the left wing boards with control. Weisblatt still control here, drops it off left side. Schoenig works it down low, quick shot from a sharp angle. That one turned to the side by Rifiev, and now Akbar's Academy will send it out to center ice.
Yeah, the Weisblatt's showing what they can do. Two players in WHL, one in Junior A, and obviously Oasis here, the fourth son of the Weisblatt family here with the Calgary Buffaloes.
Draft pick of the Medicine Hat Tigers as there's a chance for the Calgary Buffaloes. A switch on, they scored! Heath Armstrong from the top of the slot, undetected, and the Calgary Buffaloes a 2-0 lead.
Excellent shot, absolutely. We'll take a replay. What a great play. Brendan Ross, 21. It's just an offensive zone turnover as you see the flip, 21-12. Ross to Armstrong, and I knew he was coming eventually. He's got a point per game this year, and here it is. Heath Armstrong, just a really slick shot to the top left corner from our point of view, and it all happened behind the goal, Chris. It was a neutral offensive zone turnover, and the Buffaloes changed the momentum very quickly here.
Tuca wins the faceoff for Akbar's Academy. See what the Russians do on a response shift, trailing 2-0 now. It's back after the Calgary Buffaloes inside their own zone. Kay Turner plays it ahead on the right side. Back into the rest of the way in by Samuel Huck. Akbar's Academy back after it. And Misnov, outlet pass and a stretch pass for Chernov. He steps in across the Calgary line, looks for some support, drops it into the slot. Trying to pull the trigger on the wrist shot was Bantuka, but it's poked off his stick. And now the Calgary Buffaloes, the numbers the other way. They across the line, left side. Turner, backhand pass in front, deflected wide of the goal.
Now that was a kick. If you were with us in the opening, I don't think that was a kick. That was more of a redirection, but yeah, it went wide of the left post, and the post came off the mooring. But this is why the Buffaloes are number 1 in the south of Alberta, number 2 overall. Here's the scoring.
Heath Armstrong, assisted by number 22, Justin Bulker, the time 8:49.
Armstrong from, it was Ross, 21. You saw it clearly on the replay, but we'll go with what they say for now. Once again, they'll check this out. And the goaltender decides to hold on to the puck, Mr. Arifiev, but once again, that shows you where Jared Wales' importance on the other side of the ice. It could be 2-1 Russia right now, but now it's 2-0 Buffaloes because of his concentration, his ability to see where the next moment is coming from, and to adjust to it.
8-6 shots on goal in favor of the Calgary Buffaloes in this second period. 18-14 in the game as Akbar's Academy now racing out to center ice. Left side, trying to go through the middle was Fatikov. He's 1-on-3 though. Gets some puck support down low. Grishov, left point. Akbar's Academy with a wrist shot for the play. That one by Maligin, blocked off. Calgary Buffaloes had a chance to get out on a 3-on-1. It's caught up just outside of Calgary Buffalo territory in front of the Akbar's Russian bench. Both teams clamoring for it. Dug free by the Buffaloes is Karahan inside of his own zone. Stretch pass ahead, right side. Walking on a breakaway, the wrist shot. Hit the outside of the pole. This is Daniel Sisso looking for his second of the game.
And this crowd is buzzing, Chris. I know this is usually one of the biggest nights. They make sure that there's no other games at other arenas on night 1 here, and we'll also have that at the end. You and I will do that final game, game number 50.
The Max Tournament would like to thank Shaw for their support of our event. For all your internet, streaming, or cable needs, please contact Shaw.
During the tournament.
And these crowds have been amazing so far, earlier today and right now.
Face out just outside of Akbar's territory, controlled by the Calgary Buffaloes. Now Akbar's back the other way, 2-on-2 across the line. The pass intended for Yemekiev, picked off and out the other way comes Halterson. dumps it in behind the Akbar's goal, picked up by the Akbar's Academy. They'll send it around to the line, not out. Kissinger held it in, lost his footing, but was able to poke the puck down low in behind the goal. Halterson there, he's tied up, being watched very carefully. Gets some puck support on the right side from Kissinger. Kissinger now tied up. Calgary Buffalo's very patient. There's a shot from a sharp angle. That by Ryan Sullivan goes off the outside of the net. Akbar's Academy picks it up deep inside of their own zone. Bolotov takes a look. His long stretch pass picked up in the neutral zone by Galiev, and Galiev steps it across the Calgary line. Galiev drop pass to the slot, 3-on-2 down low. The wrist shot is blocked off. Good puck support, and now the Calgary Buffaloes the numbers the other way. Head to center ice is Ryan Sullivan. Buffaloes exhausted as they start to make changes. Long shot by Sullivan on goal. An easy save made by Akbar's goaltender Arifiev. Now Huck takes his time, had to wait for a teammate to get tagged up, does, and now dances his way inside Akbar's territory. Grishin back inside of his own zone, takes control of the puck. Grishin sidesteps a couple of checks, falls to the ice, gets some help there from Weisblatt. Voices Weisblatt trying to dig it out with some help from Huck. Knocked it back inside Akbar's territory, and back after it is Daniel Krukov. Sidesteps one check, couldn't get away from the second one, as now the Calgary Buffaloes on the forward check, keep it alive. Weisblatt calls for the pass from teammate from Huck. Huck plays it back up top, though. Long shot. That one goes off a stick and wide of the goal. Skips in the left corner boards. Weisblatt chased after it there, but it's intercepted. And Akbar's Academy will just lift it down the ice. Racing back after it is Cade Turner inside of his own zone. Akbar's Academy making changes on the fly as Huck brings it out to center ice for the Calgary Buffaloes. Left side steers it inside of Akbar's territory, but Akbar's Academy right back the other way through the middle of the ice. Puck stolen away from Proskeren, and back in are the Calgary Buffaloes on the right wing boards. Stephen Rossier forced wide and forced off the puck, and now the Akbar's Academy again deep inside their own zone, chip it out to center ice, looking for the stretch pass. Really have been unable to get it going. The Calgary Buffaloes inside their own zone send it off the boards and down the ice. Arifiev goes right in on goal. Arifiev plays it to the side of his own net. Ryan Kusakanov inside of his own zone takes a look as he weaves it ahead out towards center ice. Turned back though as the Calgary Buffaloes very aggressive, sending two forwards down low on the forecheck after the Akbar's Academy. Not allowing the Akbar's Academy to go for a skate, but now they will. It's Gaziev in across the line, drop pass right side, faking the shot, trying to step around and tripped up was Kesevov as it's in behind the goal. The third power play of the game for the Akbar's Academy. First in this second period, with 7:05 to go in the middle stanza.
Well, that's sort of an unfortunate thing where you block the opportunity and then he trips over you and you go to the box. Not the best call against Logan McGowan, number 23. But I mean, Chris, this Pool A, all the pools are looking good, and I mean, we haven't seen Lethbridge, PA, or Sherwood Park yet, but you and I always kind of get that sense when we're seeing a pool winner playing a wild card, and this might be exactly that case. We might see both of these teams on the 31st.
Very well might as face off deep inside. Calgary Buffalo territory controlled by Akbar's Academy. They'll chop it in behind the Calgary goal. The Calgary Buffaloes then send it length of the ice, and dangerous play there by Masky Marifiev as he stopped it in front of his own goal. The puck bounced on his goal stick right in front of him. Nearly bounced in the back of the net.
What did 2,000 people saying ooh sound like? You just found out.
Exactly. Calgary Buffalo's back inside of their own zone control. They'll skip it off the glass all the way down the ice. And again, Arifiev forced to play it in behind his own goal. Slows things down with 1:30 to go on the power play now for Akbar's Academy. Belgian turn feed left side for Fenisenyov. Steps it across the Calgary line, but not much further. It is again once cleared down the ice. Akbar's Academy forced to play it in behind their own goal with control there is Malijin.
When they have some when they have some open space from the defensive blue line to the offensive ringette line, it's just beautiful to see them skate, and they can really accelerate, and just you can see the jersey flowing in the wind. It's like right now, look at this. Look at that, just pure speed.
It's Fatikov in on the left side, forced in behind the net. Fatikov steps back in front, plays it to the line. If it's Sanov, back to Fatikov, top of the right point. Fatikov walks in, centering pass, goes over to the left side. Kazavov to Fenisenov on the right side. The wrist shot, that one missed high and wide of the goal. Off the end boards, held in by Akbar's Academy along the left side. Both teams clamor for it there. Buffalo's cleared to the line, not out. Held in, good job on the block by Fenisenov. Now Fatikov, drop pass to the slot. The wrist shot off a stick and over top of the net is Pentukin driving to the front of the goal. Pentukin works it back up top again, left side. 20 seconds to go on the power play. There's a one-timer, that one blocked off in front of the net, and the Calgary Buffaloes get it cleared all the way down the ice. Akbar's Academy about to go 0 for 3 on the power play. No shots this time with the man advantage. 4 shots on their first 3 man advantages in the hockey game. Sent across the line. It's Kazafov. He's forced back though. And now the Calgary Buffaloes back to full strength. And Akbar's Academy 0 for 3 on the power play. They come in looking to get themselves on the board, trailing 2-0. Loose on the left side. Chernov. He's tied up. Puck poked away from him. Chernov, though, right back after it. Looking for some support down low. It's cleared to the line. Calgary Buffaloes take it away, and they have numbers to go out to center ice 3-on-2. Across the center ice line and dumping it in as McGowan is turned to head off for a change. Left side. Stephen Rosier had it poked away from him out to center ice. Big jolt there on Turner. Linesman was looking to the referee to see if he was going to call it. Does not. It's a puck played in deep. Out to play to the Calgary Buffaloes to the line. It bounces past the defenseman. Kosakov all the way down the ice, and a foot race now after it, but first to it is Bolotov. He'll just chop it in behind his own goal. Calgary Buffaloes on the forecheck, take it away, and then a good job defensively by Nakapov. Send it into the corner. As Calgary Buffaloes were loose in front of the net, trying to add to their 2-0 lead.
Another great idea from Brendan Ross to throw it in front, and 14, Kissinger almost had a spot on it. But now we're seeing where Ross has been all season long in the AMHL.
Bolotov tripped up as he tried to get outside of his own zone. Now the Akbar's Academy do have numbers going the other way. They can catch up to the loose puck, but good job defensively by McGowan to take it away. Akbar's Academy gets it back. Throw it in behind the goal on the left side. Chernov after it there, throws it up top. Walking for the point in front of the shot, deflected on goal. And the save made by Whale. The rebound bounced in front of him. He had no idea where it was as he thought he had it in his glove. It stayed in the crease, but the Calgary Buffalo was able to clear it away. Kissinger gets it inside of Akbar's territory. It's cleared back out to center ice, and Ryan Sullivan forced to turn back.
Akbar's Academy, Chris, is getting a lot of opportunities in between the hash marks, in between the edges of the face-off circles. Like you said, forced to the outside in the first. Very much easy clearance to the middle here in the second.
Here's Kirkov, drop pass left side. That one just off the stick of Kaliev. Comes back to the line. Bolotov with a shot, blocked off in front. Good sacrifice there on the body by the Calgary Buffalo defenseman. That was Samuel Huck, I think, got in the way of that shot. Now it's in behind the goal. Huck chips it around on the far side as Calgary Buffalo's very quick puck movement. Lifted out to center ice. Akbar's Academy, though, knocking it down in front of their own bench as they try and force on. Calgary Buffaloes will get it back, and they'll just hammer it all the way down. This will be icy against the Calgary Buffaloes. 2:43 to go in this second period. Shots, Dave, 9-6 in favor of the Calgary Buffaloes.
Driving Force is the official vehicle supplier to the MAX tournament. For your car or truck rental or leasing needs, call Driving Force Rentals, Sales, and Leasing, or visit them online at drivingforce.ca.
Max Tournament souvenirs located in the lobby of Maxwell Center.
2:43 to go here in the second period, and this has been as entertaining as we expected.
It's the third offensive zone faceoff for Akbar's Academy in this second period, but controlled by the Calgary Buffaloes, and they'll stretch it out to center ice on the right side. Good puck movement again. Racing right through the middle is Turner with a shot, and Arifi at the save. Rebound picked up by the Buffaloes as they hold it in. Worked over to the left point. Racing after there is Heath Armstrong. Armstrong sends it in behind the goal, gets the return feed. Left quarter boards, is centering pass, though, broken up. And now Akbar's Academy will go out to center ice 2-on-2. Leading the rush is Fatikov. Fatikov in across the line, right side. Fatikov tried the centering pass in front, broken up. Fatikov then, his stick tied up, gets some support as it's chipped down low in behind the goal, but Wilson Steele has control for the Buffaloes. Sends it ahead out to center ice off the stick of Armstrong. And the Buffaloes turn it over as Akbar Academy right back in. Left side, Fatikov in with a shot and Whale the save. The rebound in the left corner boards. Fatikov gets it back, throws it in front. Top of the left faceoff circle, dancing in the slot. Kaliev with a shot on goal. The blocker save. That's Kaziev in front of the blocker save made by Whale. And now the Calgary Buffaloes to center ice. Minute 40 to go now in the second period as the Buffaloes in with a 2-0 lead. Looking to add to that, making changes on the fly as well. Mosterchuk in behind the goal, forced in behind the net, and then tied up. Mosterchuk still controlling that puck. Finally forced free by Kasapov. And Kasapov plays it to the line, not out, held in. Weisblatt off the left side. Tries to get away from Kasapov, pokes the puck away from Weisblatt, gets it back though. Places Weisblatt with it, feeds it to the line, left side. And it just got in behind the defense, and McGowan comes out to center ice. McGowan sends it back inside of Akbar Academy territory, and Akbar Academy will send it high in the air all the way down the ice. This is going to be icing against Akbar Academy with 1:03 to go in this second period.
A couple of different strategies that we're seeing here, Chris. What the Buffaloes like to do is drive three forward, let two of them go for for a line change to the bench and one press the pressure to try to keep it in the offensive zone while the reinforcements show up. We haven't really seen that from Russia. As well, Buffalo's very active to try to create turnovers, and obviously that's where we saw the second goal from, but Russia not as aggressive in that particular category.
Face-off controlled by the Akbars Academy. That was their 7th defensive zone draw. They're 4 of 7 in this second period. Puck inside of Calgary territory. Calgary Buffaloes with control. Ellerson trying to get it out. He does. It's chipped off. Weisblatt stick out to center ice. Sedansinov back inside of his own zone. Sedansinov bounces off a check, then pushed to the ice, gets the puck back, throws it in the middle of the ice. There's a wrist shot on goal. Save made by Whale. That wrist shot by Batukin. And now Batukin a little bit of frustration as he goes to the front of the net and gets a little bit of a talkie to from a couple players.
Once again, this was full credit to the Okotoks Oilers, who ended up realistically winning that game on Monday night, but this is not the same team that the Russians played on Monday. They're first and second in the South Division, but the Buffaloes have been high speed, high octane all night long, which is why you see the fluidity of their changes on the fly. And this is elite versus elite, and this is only night one, Chris. We are going to have some great feature games, including the North Stars, Calgary North Stars, and Beardy's Blackhawks right back here at 8 p.m. If you have that tip package for the per day or for the whole tournament, we'll see you here tomorrow night.
Calgary Buffaloes dump the puck down inside of Akbar's territory. 20 seconds to go here in this second period. Puck free on the right side, trying to get loose was Kernahan. Kernahan bounces it in behind the goal center. He passes it right loose on the doorstep. It cleared away. And Akbar's Academy, Ivan Vasiliev plays it ahead out to center ice. Akbar's Academy going to run out of time here in this second period as Wilson Steele gets the puck in deep and then takes a rough ride as the horn sounds, ending this second period. Lone goal of that second period, courtesy of Heath Armstrong, and the Calgary Buffaloes. 2 goals on 20 through 40 minutes of play have held the Akbars Academy as well in check. Just 16 shots by Akbars Academy through 40 minutes of play, as 8 shots saved for Akbars Academy in both periods.
Yeah, Akbars with tremendous pressure, but it was a flurry and then a big break, and then a flurry and then a big break, and Jared Whale was able to handle those flurries, and then they weren't really able to do much for the last 5 minutes. Notice something here, Chris. Like 7 of the Russian players are sitting on the bench and not going back to the dressing room, for what that might be worth. Maybe a specific conversation with the assistant coaches, but the referees are going back, and we're going to take a break as well. You're watching the Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament live from Calgary. Buffaloes 2, Akbars Kazan, Russia, no score. We'll be back in about 14 and a half minutes.
Welcome back to the Ken Bracco Arena here at the Max Bell Center. Chris Cole, Dave Standish along with you. It is the 42nd annual Max Midget Tournament. Let's take a look at the scoring summary through 2 periods. Calgary Buffaloes with a 2-0 lead on the Akbars Academy. Let's go back to the first period for the scoring. Open it up as Daniel Sisso is first to the tournament, assist to Daniel Kerrigan. 5:50 remaining in the opening period. We made it 1-0 Calgary Buffaloes after 1. They outshoot Akbars Academy 10-8 in the first. In the second, once again, the Calgary Buffaloes get the lone goal in that second period. Heath Armstrong, his first of the tournament, sits right now being listed to Justin Baker, and it was 2-0 Calgary Buffaloes after 40 minutes of play. 11:11 was the time remaining on that goal, so 8:49 the time of that goal in the second period. Shots on goal in the second frame, 11-8 in favor of the Calgary Buffaloes, of a 21-16 edge in the shots through 40 minutes of play. Akbars Academy 0 for 3 at the man advantage, 4 shots with their 3 power plays. Calgary Buffaloes have yet to have a power play in this hockey game. Face-offs 10-9 Akbars Academy in that second period, 21-20 in favor of the Calgary Buffaloes through 40 minutes of play.
And if you're wondering what the big logo is in the middle of the ice, and if you've never been for a Max tournament before, that is the main tenant of this arena, the Calgary Canucks of the AJHL Junior 8 squad. Brand new logo for 2019-2020. Chris bought all the merchandise he could when he saw the logo on the press release. So let's see if the Buffaloes can again withstand some heavy pressure in the first 5-6 minutes of this third period.
Kirkov wins the opening face-off for the Akbars Academy, but then they turn it over, and the Calgary Buffaloes with an opportunity. The shot on goal and the save made by Aripiev. And Dave, a couple of uncharacteristic turnovers by the Akbars Academy.
Well, like I said, in the second period, it's the pressure to create them. I didn't really see that in the Swift Current Lloyd game this morning, and I didn't really see it on Monday. These Buffaloes are well coached and well trained, and it's 2 different strategies, not better or worse, just completely different.
Akbars Academy winning the defensive zone faceoff. They in 7 edge in their own zone on the faceoff dot through 40 minutes of play, including that first one. Here's another turnover, centering pass in front, knocked away by Aripiev. Kind of be solid there as the Calgary Buffaloes all alone now. Fatikov back the other way, and on the right side he stops, drops it off. The centering pass, left wing boards, a wrist shot, and Whale may have gotten a piece of that one on the rail. Casio shot from the left faceoff circle. Akbars Academy starting to turn up the pressure right now. The centering pass, left side. Corisio turns and shoots, stopped by Whale. The rebound. Fatikov takes it in behind the net. Looking on the wrap route, Fatikov will go back the other way. Fatikov, left side, works it up top for Kazapov. He'll chip it down low in behind the goal. Left wing, Yelnikiev. He's tied up, and the Calgary Buffaloes take control. Cade Turner slows it down inside of his own zone.
Great pressure on both sides of the ice, Chris, and what an incredible poke check by Arifiev, because essentially Armstrong was trying to return the favor to Ross after the goal in the second period. What an incredible pass, 12-21, and Ross was in all alone except for Arifiev's poke check.
Akbars Academy back inside their own zone with control of the puck. They turn it over though. Samuel Huck left side. He's tied up. Puck poked away from him and out to center ice. Comes Akbars Academy on the left wing boards. They'll take it down inside of Calgary territory. That one blocked off. Comes in behind the goal on the right side. With control again is Proskurin. Proskurin up top left side. Long wrist shot through traffic in front, deflected on goal. Whale made the save. Rebound on the left corner boards. Picked up there by Sedansinov. He'll chip it in behind the goal. Calgary Buffaloes take control, work it to the line, not out. And Nisinov keeps it in. Cycle it down low in behind the goal. With control there is Nakapov. Nakapov back up top left point. Long shot, missed the net. Off the end wall, comes back to the right point now. Venisenov chips it down low in behind the goal on the left side. Akbars Academy keeps the pressure on. In behind the net, Sedansinov comes in there to help out. Weisblatt takes it away, then turns it over to the slot. The wrist shot's blocked off in front. Good block there by Samuel Huck again. Comes back up top, right point. Long shot, turned to the side there by the goaltender, Jared Whale. In behind the goal, now back in front. The backhand shot of Whale makes the pad save on that one. The rebound cleared away off the glass and all the way down the ice. Akbars Academy back inside their own zone after it there. Venisenov inside of his own zone, plays it ahead, and then the return feed as the Akbars Academy start to make changes on the fly. Gallia, backhand pass out to center ice, picked off and cleared right back in by the Calgary Buffaloes. This is stopped in behind the goal by Rifiev. Akbars Academy goaltender sends it around to the right point, not out. Held in there by Mosterchuk as he slides it down low in behind the goal. Akbar's Academy takes control. They'll slip it out to center ice. Again, the Calgary Buffaloes have control. Play it out in the neutral zone. Puck gets caught up and then picked up by Kinsinger on the near side. His pass, though, intercepted. Back the other way is Chernoff. Chernoff in across the line. Left faceoff drives wide in behind the goal. Throws it in front of the net. Off the gets away from Galiev. And now the other way go the Calgary Buffaloes. They'll backhand it down inside of Akbar's territory.
Creativity is what we were talking about in the second intermission, Chris, between these Calgary Buffaloes. 100 goals in the 23 games they played. I don't know about you, but I think I might be buying rest of the season home season tickets for their second half, because this is a very entertaining team to watch.
Calgary Buffaloes back with control on the left side. They'll turn it over, but the Akbar's Academy can't get it out. They'll try again. This time on the far side is Grishin. Grishin does poke it out to center ice right in front of his own bench. And Akbar's Academy able to follow up. Boletov, though, pass blocked off, and knocking his man down was Boletov. Now on a partial breakaway, steered wide of the goal was Kernahan. Daniel Kernahan back up top, right point, long shot is blocked off in front. Now Akbar's Academy with room. Fatikov in across the Calgary Buffaloes line, rolls in behind the goal. Picked up by the Buffaloes as they'll slow down. Approaching the 5-minute mark here of this third period. 2-0 Calgary Buffaloes with the lead. As Sisso will open the score for the Calgary Buffaloes. Dumps the puck down inside of Akbar's territory. Akbar's Academy back inside of their own zone with control on the near side. It's Kazimov. Kazimov sends it ahead out to center ice on the right side. And that's Kuzhanov inside of Calgary territory, centering pass. That one just missed the intended receiver. Comes back to the line. Kazimov holds it in. Puck, though, poked away from him and out to center ice. Comes Ross up the right side. Ross feeds it on the drop pass. A wrist shot blocked off in front. And now turn the other way is Proskurin. Proskurin 1-on-2, though. Proskurin gets it inside of Calgary. Looks for some support from in behind the Calgary goal. Proskurin tied up there. Gets some support down low, but losing his footing there was Nakapov, and then a turnover. The Calgary Buffalo is able to clear it out to center ice and all the way down inside of Akbar's territory. Is Malijin back inside of his own zone after it.
Smart play by Jared Whale just to react and be ready for any situation. A poke check in that instance could have been a big negative and put Russia on the board right now. But a lot of time that the Russians have spent behind their own goal line, just breaking out and breaking out and breaking out. And no whistles, which is creating more clock, and no icings either by the Buffaloes.
In comes Academy on the right side. The drop pass. That one rolls away from Sedansinov. Now centering pass in front of the wrist shot. That one blocked off in front as Proskurin tried to take advantage of that bouncing puck back in the slot. The other way comes Parker. It's across the line. It's picked off, though. And Akbar's Academy back the other way into the neutral zone. Nearly poked away from Chernoff. Chernoff, though, does ahead and across the line left side. Trying to follow up was Proskurin as well as Sedansinov, and now the Calgary Buffaloes out the other way. 2-on-2. Puck across the line. Steps to the slot with a shot and a save made by Arifiev. Rebound in the left corner boards. Samuel Huck picks it up again. Huck spins it down low in behind the goal. Ryan Sullivan there. Actually, it's Trey Patterson. Patterson tried to move it in front. It's picked off. And the Calgary Buffaloes forced back inside their own zone as an outlet pass is deflected down inside of Calgary territory. And Akbar's Academy back after it on the offensive attack. Galiev centering pass, broke it up, and the Calgary Buffaloes take over and nearly turn it over deep inside of their own zone. Have to be careful, have to be as they get the puck ahead. Kissinger, front of the penalty box doors, tied up. Sullivan in there to help out. Akbar's Academy, though, takes control. They'll slow things down in the neutral zone. Now push it ahead inside of Calgary Buffalo territory. Rolls over to the right side. Chernov tried to work it back to the line. Got caught up in the feet, though, of Grishin. And Akbar's Academy forced back, but as they are offside, as they try to push it in for the neutral zone.
The tournament would like to thank the Delta Marriott Downtown. Delta, precisely what you need.
The old three-line pass, not quite working there this time, Chris, but Arifiev has been very solid. I mean, a snipe and a great 2-on-1 are the only two goals he's given up.
Now in comes Akbar's Academy as they look for a break. Calgary Buffaloes, though, giving them really next to nothing in this hockey game. Out shooting the Akbar's Academy or the Calgary Buffaloes 23-19. Have just two shots on goal in this second and the third period, I should say, to the Calgary Buffaloes is back in. Is Cisco across the line, but he's offside. Both teams are actually it's 3-2 the shots on goal in favor of Akbar's Academy.
And once again, flurry, break. Now we're waiting for the next flurry to come. And because you know it has to, the next 12 minutes and 40 seconds. And no overtime, no shootouts, no 3-on-3, no nothing. 60 minutes, we're done. So that's why ties can be so important in this tournament. But we're waiting for the next flurry, but right now we're in a very big gap, a very big break for Russia, Akbar's Academy.
The Westin Calgary is Calgary's premier downtown hotel and the official hotel for the Max tournament. The tournament thanks the Westin Hotel for their support. Westin, relax and recharge in downtown Calgary.
Tappy. Face off to the blocker side of the goaltender Arifiev. Akbar's forward, Dansanov getting waved out. So in comes, I believe that's Bolotov, and it was Bolotov, and he wins that face-off. 3 for 3 in the defensive zone for Akbar's Academy in this third period. The pass, though, misses the intended. It's going to be icy against Akbar's Academy. And Dave, I think you're starting to see a little bit of frustration from Akbar's Academy as they can't get those breakout passes. The Calgary Buffaloes have just been in every passing lane.
Well, they went for Nakapov here on that recent sequence, and then the other sequence on that 3-line pass before that previous timeout. They're trying to find those home run passes to try to get a breakaway to get at least something on the board.
Dansanov loses that face-off, but the Calgary Buffaloes working in the right corner boards. Cycle it down low with control there is Kernahan. Kernahan, watch carefully. Kernahan bumped into the right corner, but still protects that puck, and now goes around on the center. He pass it, take it away, and out to center ice comes Proskurin. Proskurin leading a partial 3-on-2 up through the neutral zone. Proskurin across the line, tried the toe drag, lost the handle on the puck of the Calgary Buffaloes, poke it back the other way. Good back check though by the Akbar's Academy as they take control. Slide it ahead to the Calgary blue line. Tucker though takes it, backs it up inside of his own zone for stretch pass. Akbar's Academy changing. Calgary Buffaloes 2-on-1. They didn't realize it. Now it's a 3-on-2. The shot on goal. Arifiev to save the rebound. Loose in front, and Arifiev's going to reach down and hang on.
What I'm really liking about the Buffaloes, especially here in the third period, Chris, is the neutral zone between the blue lines. They're having a professional performance defensively, but they're not just trying to kill the clock. They're pursuing the transition blue to blue has been fantastic, and they're always, every time they cross the blue line on site, and how many offsides have they had? Very few, if any. They're always creating chances. The transition blue to blue, fantastic.
Face-off control by Buffalo's wrist shot that was blocked off, bouncing around. Buffaloes keep it in. Calgary's been very patient, waiting for their opportunities. They've taken advantage of them when they've gotten them. Have a 2-0 lead as in comes the Akbar's Academy out the right side. The wrist shot is deflected wide of the goal. Picked up and then fired in behind the net by Yelnikiev. Yelnikiev knocked down to the ice as 3 Buffaloes on top. The Calgary Buffaloes will take it out to center ice. 3-on-3. Little tip pass inside of Akbar's territory to the Academy defenseman. Igor Marvin able to poke it ahead. Now Akbar's Academy out to center ice. Racing ahead left side is Yelnikiev. Yelnikiev drops it off left side for Galsov. Back to Yelnikiev. Centering pass for the shot. Will the save on the one-timer slot by Patikov. Patikov gets it back. Right faceoff, so looks for lane. Feeds it back to the line. Christian and the shot blocked off. Rebound loose in front of the net. There to the right corner boards for Patikov after it there in behind the net. He's watched carefully. Calgary Buffaloes trying to get out. Akbar's Academy trying to force a turnover. They do get it back to the line on the right side. Now cycle it down low. Here's Patikov again off the right corner boards with it. Patikov sends it to the left point. Winding with a shot. Misses the net. The rebound off the end boards. Right side. Poke to the line. Not out. Held in by Akbar's Academy. They're down low on the right side. The shot on goal. Well, the save. He'll hang on as Islam Garishin off the bench, Dave, came in with an opportunity to get Akbar's on the board.
Both teams are going to make a full line change here, except for the one player that you just mentioned, Chris. And Buffaloes kind of need to reassess what they're doing here. That trapezoid that we always talk about between the hash marks to the blue line, to the blue paint, able to dominate that zone for the moments.
Faceoff was won by Akbar, but good job by Samuel Huck to jump on top of that loose puck and poke it out to center ice. Now Akbar's Academy turning it over to the Calgary Buffaloes, and out to center ice is Barker up the right side. Barker a little toe drag in with a shot. Pad save made by Arifiev and then picked up in the left corner boards. Garishin plays it back down low in behind his own goal midway through this third period. Calgary Buffaloes with a 2-0 lead. A goal in the first and a goal in the second. Neither team able to light the lamp here in the third, as Akbar's Academy forced to regroup in the neutral zone. settle things down. Now working ahead and across the line. Left side is Kurakov. Kurakov drop pass left wing side for Galiev, and Galiev's shot is blocked off. And the Calgary Buffaloes come over to take over control of the puck. They're out to center ice, 3-on-2. Huck chips it ahead. Weisblatt in behind the D. Weisblatt centering pass in front and roll up the skate up Barker and back the other way. Comes Akbar's Academy. In across the line on the right side. Cross ice picked off, and the Calgary Buffaloes take over. They'll move to center ice again. 2-on-2 and across the line. Wrist shot missed the net. Off the right side by Brendan Ross, and it's poked away by Akbar's Academy. Not out. Calgary Buffaloes keep it in. Again, patient and waiting for their opportunities. Fire towards the front of the net. Arifiev knocks it in behind the goal. Played back up top and picked up by Academy as they look to break out. Malijan, right side, hard pass, bounces off the stick of Proskirin down inside of Calgary territory. Proskirin using his feet to try and keep that puck moving forward, and then is pushed into the net, and the net pops off its moorings. The faceoff will stay deep inside of Buffalo territory with 8:51 to go in this third period.
Russians starting to look a little, Chris. The Buffalo seem to be able to win all those inside battles from the hash mark to the blue paint and get the offensive pressure, having the edge, having the Russian player trailing behind. That shows a little bit sense of tiredness by the Russians as they're trying to do anything they can to find 2 goals without giving up a
Calgary Buffaloes win the faceoff, then get the puck ahead out to center ice on the right side. Sisso, I should say, works it ahead. It's tipped down inside of Akbar's territory as Kernan after it there and behind the goal. Sisso in there to help out as well. Right side, both teams clamor for it there. Daniel Sisso is tied up. Puck poked away. Sisso, though, comes out of that pile, gets the puck free for some help to Setter, and Setter just throws it on goal. And a save made by Arifiev.
Did you catch that? Looked like a high stick to the helmet. About everybody on this half of the arena saw it, but I think the ref blocked. But I think the linesman said you got to call that, so he's going to. Looks like Malijan, number 2. Let's see what he gets.
It's a contact penalty.
2 or 4, I'm not sure.
Since 1977.
Looks like
2.
I think I just saw 2.
Yeah, you heard the crowd just react. It may not have been a full retaliation, but it was very reckless.
First power play of the game for the Calgary Buffaloes to win the faceoff. Ross at the top of the right point. Works to the left side. Chinook down low, left wing boards. Calgary Buffaloes centering pass by Ross with a shot on goal. The save made by Arifiev. Another shot, another save made by Arifiev. And Arifiev looks back to the referee as some more pushing and shoving as the Akbar's Academy not happy with the extra shots that their goaltender is taking.
Well, you know what? I talked about it a moment ago, the tiredness and the frustration that they cannot get anything past Jared Whale, who's had a whale of a game. Won't be the last time this week. And that's the first penalty in 52 minutes, Chris. And now they're starting to show that frustration. And what a great opportunity on the rebound. Samuel Huck, number 13, on a bouncing puck. That's not an easy play. And what did we just see from Kaprizov there, number 4, just kind of knocking Huck around. Linesman didn't notice because he was kicking Armstrong out of the faceoff circle. They're frustrated. They're absolutely frustrated, and I think they're probably pretty tired too.
Faceoff control by the Calgary Buffaloes. Ross moves it back. Showak with a shot through traffic in front, blocked off. Another chance now, blocked as well. 3 on the left side. Setter works it down low and behind the goal. Now the return feed up top. Huck to the left point for Shonik. Right side for Ross. Walks in. His shot hit the outside of the post. The rebound bounces away. Akbar's Academy had the chance to clear it out, and they will. Down the ice, and now a foot race for Svetikov. A forecheck trying to get a shorthanded break for the Akbar's Academy. Not going to do so, though. Minute 10 to go on the power play for the Calgary Buffaloes as they lead the rush up ice.
Only the first power play of the entire tournament for the Buffaloes, but if you're going to follow them in this tournament, and we hope you do, watch for that left wing play to Huck, because that rolling puck that that's a valuable spot for him to be in on that left wing power play position.
Wilson Steele back in across the line. Steele, the left corner boards, chips it in behind the net. Calgary Buffaloes have control there. 40 seconds to go on their power play. Working around. Rossier, left side. Stepping in, there's a backdoor feed all alone, and what a stop there by goaltender Arifiev, and maybe just a little too much time on the shot by Ryan Sullivan.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, Chris. if you can isolate the fifth man, the extra man on the power play opportunity, let's look at it. Arifiev.
The Max Tournament Organizing Committee welcomes the Calgary Flames and the Calgary Hitmen, and we thank them for their support of this year's tournament.
It's like the way that it's landed, he was having some big issues possibly with the bridge of his nose. He's going to go back in, just needs some water and a few seconds to reset himself. But like I said, isolating that fifth man, especially on the wing, a great opportunity. And like I said, I mean, how many minutes can I give these Buffaloes? But the passing, timeout Russia.
Since 1977, Circle K stores have supported youth hockey in Alberta through the Max Mitchell Hockey Tournament. 41 years later, they're happy to see such inspiring athletes with hustle, heart, and passion continuing the tradition of this incredible tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K convenience stores for their many years of support.
And a big round of applause from all the Canadian fans and the Russians who haven't had a lot to cheer about here in the center section. About 24 of them made the trip across the ocean.
Dave, I wonder about that timeout, if it wasn't forced to be called for Akbar so they didn't have to change their goaltenders.
I'm absolutely sure that it was, yes. She would certainly want to take a timeout later in the period, especially if they are able to get the third goal of this game and try to get it to 2-1.
33 seconds to go on the Calgary Buffaloes' first power play of the game. They've had 3 shots on goal thus far with the man advantage. And unable to beat. Goaltender Arifiev, though, has been outstanding. 31 saves on the 33 shots that he's faced. Meanwhile, the other end of the ice, Jared Whale, perfect, 22 of 22 as Akbar's Academy wins the faceoff. They'll clear it all the way down the ice. And Akbar's Academy racing after it on the forward check. That's Robert Chernoff. Knocked away from him. Left quarter boards. Chernoff eating some more time off the clock on this penalty kill. Also trying to force the turnover as Chernoff chases his man in behind the goal. Out to center ice. Come the Calgary Buffaloes. Wilson Steele in across the line. Steps to the slot. Steele with a shot. That one deflected away, but what a shift, Dave, from Robert Chernoff back offensively, and then he came back and deflected that shot out of play.
Yeah, at this point, this is not just game 10 of your schedule on a random Wednesday night. This is the Max tournament, and as worldwide and well known as it is, teams want to be here and teams want to be invited year after year after year. And right now, the game that we're going to do at 11:45 on the Bauer channel could be extremely important for Russia tomorrow morning.
Akbar's Academy killing off the penalty. Calgary Buffaloes 0 for 1 on the power play. Sissel on the left side, checked off the puck there by Khrushchev. Following up, though, is Kernahan. Kernahan turns it over inside of his own zone on the drop pass. And Akbar's Academy showing a little bit of patience there, Dave, as he try and force the turnover from the Calgary Buffaloes. Now Sedantsov up the left point. Sedantsov pushes it down low and behind the goal. The centering pass broken up. Sedantsov tried to sweep it towards the front of the net. Goes off a stick and bounces right back in the left quarter boards. Now up top, long shot blocked off in front, bouncing around in the slot. Picked up by the Buffaloes and now way out to center ice. And Halterson across line, dumps the puck in. Arifiev out to play it. Sends it off to the side of his own goal, and regrouping there is Khrushchev. Ahead on the left side for Proskurin. Proskurin, though, tied up and the puck forced away from him. And Akbar's Academy collected again in the neutral zone. Going to send it down inside of Calgary Buffalo territory with 5.5 to go here in this third period. On the right wing side, Samuel Huck trying to backhand it out. Get some support there from Kernahan. Kernahan gets to center ice, dumps the puck in. Rolls around on the left wing boards. After it is Blake Setter. Setter tied up though on the far side. Puck poked to the line, not out. Long shot, missed the net. Rebound off the end boards. Picked up on the right wing side and shoveled down low by Masterchuk. In behind the Akbar's goal. 5 to play here in the third period. Calgary Buffaloes with a 2-0 lead. So they send it around to the right point again. Masterchuk trying to hold it in, unable to do so as it bounces away, and Proskurin now the other way. Partial 2-on-1, Proskurin across the line. Puck gets caught up in his feet. Proskurin gets it back, throws it for the trailer on the right side. Again, Yilmakiev will drop past a long shot on the one-timer right into the glove hand, and midsection Jared Whale hangs on.
Buffalo's getting a little bit mixed up. Russia being able to put on that 2-on-3 pressure, and Buffalo's getting a little out of sorts. Fortunately, that third is able to take away the opportunities. Russia needs to build a little bit of momentum. If they can get something here, although they don't have their timeout anymore.
Well,
2-1 could become 2. If it becomes 2-1, 2-2 could be very, very quick.
Shots 12-7 in this third period, favoring the Calgary Buffaloes, who win that faceoff to the line, and it will get out to center ice. As Akbar's Academy forced to regroup in the neutral zone, they'll just send it down inside. Buffalo territory back after it as Wilson Steele in behind his own goal. Leaves the puck there for Logan McGowan. McGowan and on the far side and out to center ice comes Brendan Ross. Ross gets away from one man, now goes right in across the line. Backhand shot, he put that one high and wide. Bounces free on the left side, boards. Third to the line by Fatikov out to center ice. Fatikov then pokes it free away from a couple of Calgary Buffalo players. Fatikov in left side, his backhand pass. Just tried to throw it to the front of the net. Picked off. Akbar's Academy holding it in though on the left side. Cycle it around. Right play. There's a one-timer. The blocker save made by Whale. Stuck that right blocker hand out to get a piece of that one. Chopped down low and behind the goal by Gaziev. And a centering pass picked off, and the Calgary Buffaloes on the way out to center ice. Akbar's Academy, though, recovering the loose puck in the neutral zone. Gaziev crossed the Calgary line, but lost the handle on the puck, and the Buffaloes with an opportunity to clear it out. And they'll do just that as they weave their way out to center ice. 3.5 to go in this third period. Cross the line, left side, tried the centering pass. It was Ryan Sullivan. It was blocked off. Sullivan got it back. It's then poked away from him, and out to center ice comes Akbar's Academy. Bouncing puck away from Galiev. The Calgary Buffaloes, and the other way comes Justin Barker to cross the line. Barker left side, his centering pass in front. That one tipped away back to the line and scooped up by Akbar's Academy. They can't clear it out as Calgary Buffaloes can hand the Akbar's Academy deep inside their own zone. Molotov cross ice now for Galiev. Galiev to the middle of the ice. The line is Kirkhoff. Kirkhoff tried to go right through the middle. Tied up, puck poked away from him. Following up though is Nakapov. Chops it in behind the net. Tied up there. Nakapov wrap out in front, looking to get the wraparound on the short side. Went off his stick right out the crease on the other side. And the Calgary Buffaloes will send it in from center ice.
How many times and how much time of the Russian period in possession right now behind their own ringette line? Like, it's incredible the job defensively that the Buffaloes are doing as I speak right now. Look at this, 2-on-1 and no outlet for Evaznev to get that puck out.
Now we'll try again on the right side, backhanded out to center ice. Akbar's trying to catch the Calgary Buffaloes napping and looking for those stretch passes. This one going to be icing though against the Calgary Buffaloes with 2:02 to go. But Dave, those stretch passes just aren't there for Akbar's as the Calgary Buffaloes have, as I mentioned, broken up every passing lane they can.
Yeah, and Russia's starting to give up on it now, and like you can sense in their body language the frustration. And there's just like, where do we go? How do we get around these guys? Plus, the Buffaloes aren't doing anything to get penalized. Goalie out.
Stansanov wins the faceoff. Extra attacker on. The Calgary Buffaloes with an empty shootout. Down though is blocked off as the Calgary Buffaloes force the Akbar's Academy back inside their own zone. 6-on-5 for 2 minutes now as Akbar's Academy looking to get something going. They'll take it in across the line. Upended there on the left side was Proskurin. Poked to the line, and it does get out to center ice. Back after to Sedansanov in the neutral zone. Play right side, Akbar's Academy. Cycle the puck down inside of Calgary territory. Back after it though is McGowan. Logan McGowan sends it off the boards to the line, not out. Held in by Akbar's Academy. Loose on the right side. Both teams clamor for it there. Comes back to the point. Held in by Akbar's Academy, but it's turned over. And the Calgary Buffaloes now out to center ice with good backhanded ahead by Blake Setter. Just eating some more time off as the Buffaloes make changes on the fly. Akbar's Academy looking to break out. Left side is Malijan. Head for Fatikov. Fatikov in across the Calgary Buffalo line. Fatikov into the left corner boards with it. Slides it around to the right side. Centering pass, the one-timer is off a stick and rolls wide of the goal. Fatikov picks it up. Final minute here of the third period as Malijan trying to hold it in and rolls under his stick and out to center ice. Malijan forced back inside of his own zone. 45 seconds to go in the third period.
Look at that.
Picked off. Calgary Buffaloes with a chance at an empty net. It's Weisblatt scores!
If the Buffaloes are going to play a better game this season, it's either going to take them to the Max title or it's going to be in a playoff game in the AMHL because this has just been gorgeous to watch for 59 and a half minutes as the crowd starts to fade out, but the Russians just have no outlet. I could see them getting 8 in one of their next games, but
Oasis
oh my God, this. Sorry,
Dave, Oasis Weisblatt puts it away for the Calgary Buffaloes, and well, you may call this one a little bit of a shocker as the Calgary Buffaloes a 3-0 lead on Akbar's Academy. Not so much the shocker that that the Buffaloes are going to win, Dave. It's the fact they're going to win in pretty much domineering fashion.
And like I said, spurts, then breaks, then spurts, then breaks. That's what it's been.
Calgary Buffaloes with the puck at their own blue line, played ahead on the right side. See, had it stripped away from him just inside of Akbar's territory. Calgary Buffaloes are very patient, waited for their opportunities. The Akbar's Academy gave them those opportunities and they capitalized on them. And the Calgary Buffaloes are going to open up the 2019-2020 42nd annual Max Midget Tournament with a 3-0 win as the puck gets deflected into the Calgary Buffalo bench.
Oasis Weisblatt with that goal. We're waiting on the assists. And of course, stick around, folks. We'll have the Player of the Game awards at the end of the 60 minutes.
I actually don't think there will be an assist on the Weisblatt goals. I think he picked it off as we didn't announce it.
By number 4, Oasis Weisblatt. Assisted by number 13, Samuel Huck, time 19:30. Weisblatt from Huck at 19:30.
I stand corrected. Samuel Huck draws the lone assist as the puck is cleared down the ice, and I see call against the Akbar Academy. We'll have one more face-off deep inside of Akbar's territory with 1.4 seconds left. The Akbar's Academy, well, they're going to need 3 straight wins and a little bit of help to get into the Max Midget playoffs now after this setback here this evening.
And you know who's got to be feeling supremely confident is the Lethbridge Hurricanes. 11:45 tomorrow morning on the Father Bauer channel. The Calgary Buffaloes do not play until 5:15 on Saturday against the Sherwood Park Ennis Kings. Here at Max Bell, we'll have that one here for you. But Russia, yeah, if they have any thoughts of making a playoff, they need to get at least a tie, if not a win tomorrow.
I think they're going to need the win.
We remind you to stay in your seats at the conclusion of the game. We will present the players of the game with special gifts.
Goal scored by the number 4, Hunts, and assisted by number 13.
Oasis Weisblatt with the insurance.
At the time of
Number 4 in white. So the goal scorers, Ciso in the first period, Armstrong in the second period, and Weisblatt in the third period. Shots 13-8 in the game, 34-24 in the total. Let's go downstairs for the Player of the Game awards.
Source and Sports for Buffaloes. 1 goal. Number 12, Heath Armstrong.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I thought Kirchhoff definitely looked the best. I think you mentioned him more than anybody else here tonight, Chris. And Heath Armstrong certainly came around in the last 40 minutes, getting that second goal of the night. And like I said, the passing, brilliant. The The shooting was excellent. And both goaltenders, full marks for the win. And once again, Arifiev really has nothing to feel bad about. He got beat on a couple of shots that not a lot of goalies can make saves on. And another shutout for Jared here in 2019.
And what a game for Jared Whale, 24 saves for the shutout. And like you said, Lethbridge, David, have a lot of confidence. I think the Calgary Buffaloes just got a lot of confidence because the early odds-on favorite of this tournament had to be the Akbars Academy, Hockey Academy from Russia.
Yeah, Buffalo's 1-2-1 in the Max tournament last year, so they did not qualify for the playoffs. They had a very late goal on a very funky situation, and that's what the coach told me. Assistant Coach Payne told me was they were able to use that frustration and that negativity of that fourth and final round robin game at the Max to say, okay, don't allow that to happen anymore. We need to turn it around. And they were undefeated. Well, I mean, they were undefeated at home from December through the end of March. So sometimes a positive at the Max can give you a great second half, and sometimes a negative, if you use it correctly, can give you a even bigger boost at the Max. Day 1, 10 down, only 47 to go.
And we are, as you said, Dave, a couple of times, we are on the air at Father David Bauer Arena for the second game for the Akbars Academy as they take on Lethbridge. Games, though, at the Max Midget start at 9 o'clock, both at Father David Bauer and here at the Bracco Arena at the Max Bell Center. And, well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow, or if you're in Russia, we'll see you a little bit later on today.
Good night, everybody. Thanks very much for joining us for night number 1 of the Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament, presented by Circle K Convenience Stores.